yeah, players that I've seen playing community games. And, some players are known as nice players, some players are known as the snipers. But now that there's money on the line and now that the maps are a little bit larger, it'll be a little bit more interesting. But we do have a 3-minute spec delay on this, guys. Now that we only have 2 specs, it's maybe not needed, but the game has started anyway, so about 2 minutes till the game starts. And this would be awesome.
It's so funny how different the names of players are. Like the top players have very short names. Viper, Riot, Doubt, Dogao, Bekti. And we have players like Super Slisco, Spanner97, Hank the Super Nerd, Snippy in the house, Canadian Ninja.
To be honest, I feel like
God.
I feel like Snippy is more popular than Viper nowadays. Like, to be honest,
Okay.
when I rolled Snippy, I mean on my stream anyway, when I rolled Snippy, I had at least like 50 people just spam Snippy. But honestly, later on, guys, we will have Viper playing, and a bunch of other players you mentioned, which will be crazy. And we will have Zero Empires for the next game. That will not be the game I'm talking about, and that'll be in 2 hours. And then Rez will be casting with me the game with Viper and all the top dogs. But yeah, the Snippy spam is in the chat, and this game is about 30 seconds away now.
Sweet.
Yeah, Graveyards is the first map, and Graveyards, I felt like it's a good map because there's a lot of relics that players can collect. Also, you can set up trade lines, and the lower rated
Oh, is
players...
it allowed to trade?
Yes, anything
Ooh.
is allowed. So here we are, guys. We have the first game of Regicide Rumble, and I want to make sure my colors are correct. Yes, let's introduce the players, let's talk about the map, and with me is Nilly. In the blue, we have Nighthawk. You can see that the mod I'm using to spectate this is the T90 Christmas mod, so my king is Santa Claus, and the deer is Rudolph when we see the deer. So in the blue we have Nighthawk. He's playing as the Spanish. It is Pig Civilization. In the yellow we have Canadian Ninja playing as the Mongols. You can see they're using Powerhouse Civilizations. In the green we have Bloody Neval. He's playing as the Goths, which is an interesting choice. In the teal we have Hizemi playing as the Goths as well. In the orange we have Super Lisco playing as the Spanish. In the gray we have Henkte playing as the Byzantines. In the purple, we have Spanner07 playing as the Mayans. In the red, we have Snippy, everybody's favorite player, I believe, playing as his Mongols. And that is it. I don't think I missed anybody. So, Nilly's here to co-cast. Nilly, I know you're familiar with this map. I think that this is a DM map, right?
We included it just recently on DM as well. You have it without water. Super many relics, so it's very interesting in 1v1. And yeah, just the scrappy texture decreases walling, and it's tougher to control and zone areas, and there are bigger trees, so it's versatile compared to Arabia. And one thing I wanted to mention, I wanted to be the good co-caster and try to like jump through all the players and give every king the group number 1.
That I did not
So
do.
that
That I did not do this time, so I'm glad that you did that for me. Yeah, because we need to
Sad
control
thing
group those
was-
kings.
6 players instantly ran their kings into the TC, into the castle. So
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. So now I can give you yellow's monk and orange monk. But that is getting tough.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, his Santa Claus is now running to the left to scout out a little bit. You have to be careful because a lot of players are not familiar with the map, and if you run your king into a castle, you lose your chance of winning $80. And it's not so much about the money, guys, it's about the fun. But now that we have so many people watching and it is a special event, I think players are probably a little bit nervous, and this will be really fun. Obviously, these players have played in community games before, but it's a little bit different, and I don't think they played on this map. Now, there's so many relics on this map, and I don't know if we can count them all, but I definitely say over 20 at least. And the relics will be really important in the late game. I don't know what civilization has the edge, but you have to think Mongols is one of the best civilizations because they're so fast and the Mangadai can snipe kings. Snippy is definitely known for his king sniping, which is why he's so popular. But many of the other players are the same, and we'll just have to see what happens. Now, this is Diplo, guys, so they can always form alliances. And Nilly, what do you think about the map positions? Is there anything in particular with the map? There's obviously pawns here. What do you think is the important thing to touch on at this stage of the game?
Controlling pawns is so good for you because it's when you control a pawn, you control so much of the whole map. It's impossible for anyone who didn't dock into the pawn to get into the pawn if you have galleons or even cannon galleons there, so you can easily protect your map. And I like the position here of blue, especially with Spanish, and Spanish cannon galleons can be so deadly. So every pawn close to a Spanish guy will be super deadly.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And these pawns are quite big, so he might be able to dock this later on, and docking this later on would be really nice for him to get some map control against yellow if he wants to turn against him. But speaking of which, I mean, you're going to want allies in this game for sure, I think, and you want to be careful. It's a large size map, so even if you go down to like 15 pop, if you kill someone down to 15 pop, they can come back with an ally. There's a lot of gold, there's a lot of stone, there's a lot of space, so there's so many things to focus on. Just to point out, my dashboard, I was trying to get the dashboard to work. The overlay won't work with this graphics mod. So this graph underneath, which seems to be overlapping with one of the things I have on the screen for you guys, it will not show the ages correctly, and it looks like the upgrades that are coming in, I won't see Nilly. So if you're able to tell me those things, that'd be great. It will show the populations, the fishing ships, and the military and the exploration. All the numbers there are correct, but just not the age. Just so the stream knows. But this is why you have a co-caster, because the co-caster can focus on all the important things in the game.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused. For me, it's bugged as well. But yeah, as you said, going down pop 15, I played a lot of poker in my life, and there's a saying, you just need a chip and a chair. And in this scenario, it feels like you just need a king and a will.
Yeah, it's true, and enough resources to build another TC, I guess. But that's good. We need to patent that, make that a thing. We need to make that trend, Nilly. I see a stable going up for Canadian Ninja. I'm just gonna kind of toggle through the player point of views. It looks like he will be going blacksmith stable to go to the castle age, and everybody's going to try and fast castle this. Now, I do like the walls going up from some of these players, and we're going to have to constantly check. And Nilly, I know you don't always do this because we don't normally cast these settings, but we're going to always have to check who they're allied with and who they're enemied with, and pay attention to when that changes, because they could change at any time.
Okay. Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah.
Oh, that will be so scrappy. Okay.
The good thing is that it's a larger size, so we'll probably see armies running in. But
Okay.
it's gonna be really exciting to focus on all these different things, and there's gonna be some backstabs, and many of these people know each other too. It's almost enjoyable for me because I watch these guys be friends in my chat, and they're just gonna be killing each other off.
And last time I played this was probably when I was in like 5th grade, and we played together with my friends from my class. And then you always did like, yeah, mate, let me in your gates with all my 60 paladins. I will go to the other guy. And then you tell him, okay, yeah, just go ahead, attack him already. And then you run down all your TCs, and he's running through the internet cafe and is hitting you so hard. Oh god, those
Oh man, yeah, that's even worse when you're right next to your friend and he can hit you physically. Oh man, that's great. That's a great story. I have a question for you. What do you think is the best play as a player? Because obviously I don't think anybody's going to be attacking each other right now. So do you think you should go for the relics right away? I know you're a big fan of that in your King of the Hill games. Do you think that you should prioritize getting these relics instead of getting the TCs out?
Well, in diplomacy, it's not as important, but in general, it's like no investment to just build an early university, monastery, build some monks, and I think there are like 6 relics per player, so that's an overall, never do math on screen, 48 for the whole map. So if you can just guarantee yourself like 10 relics, you don't even need to team up to get guaranteed gold till the end of the game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 10 relics is a lot of relics. 48 relics is a lot of relics on the map. I said over 20 earlier, so I guess I wasn't wrong. Is Canadian Ninja going to be the first one to go down to a wolf? No, doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm a little bit disappointed, not going to lie. But it looks like Castle Age upgrades in for almost every player. Spanner just lacking a little bit. How do you think the Mines are going to fare in this one? I think he's going to have a tough time.
I'm not a big fan of Mayans because Mayans don't really have the strongest pop to 100 army at the end. His gold camp is one of the, let's call it, most unfortunate I've ever seen from the Mayans player. Look how the villagers need to run because he's blocking it close to the wood.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just he needs to go for mass plumes, does not have paladins, no siege onagers. And yeah, his resources last longer, that's great, but I think having a strong army and a strong defense is more important.
Yeah, it's almost like there's so many resources on this map anyway. You have so much space, resources lasting longer. Does that really mean anything when a couple siege onagers can take out your plumes and elite Mangadai and conquistadors and paladins and cataphracts and huskarls are so strong, you know? It's going to be rough for him, but you know what? We almost need to see king snipes from him then, you know, if he's going to switch it up. One thing I will say is the nice thing about a free-for-all is, you know, you see the players still in the feudal age, like Hazemi and Spanner. Those players still have a great chance in this because, like you said, they can run into their allies' base and just kill them off. They just have to, I mean, it's almost better to be the weaker player for some time. That way you don't put a target on your back and you're always going to have time. So that's the exciting thing about it.
Yeah, so true, and I love those settings for exactly that reason. For example, if I would be playing this, I would team up with Spanner. Because I know, okay, it will be a friendly trading, we won't attack each other, and I know that if we go heads up or into the last 3 players, I can easily run him over. So I think the weakest player and the weakest civilizations most of the times end up getting 2nd to 4th place.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Now, on the same token, you could always say that someone might run him over early so they could take his resources, but on a map like this, it's like all the extra golds and stones are spread out in small spots, so it's almost not worth that. There's not a lot of main resources around. I don't know if players will do that, but you know, we'll have to focus. Now, I don't know how many community games you've watched of mine. I don't know how different this will be, Nilly, but Snippy is known for going 1TC and making a ton of Mangadai and just going for king snipes. Now, I think he's going to take this a little bit more seriously because there's no way he can win the game with just snipes. But players will do this. So toggling through castles, I think, is important. Nighthawk's making some conks. This is more standard play, I think, but he is at least going to be going for some type of aggression. So we need to definitely pay attention at this stage in the game to some form of castle unique unit aggression.
Yeah, and Conquistadors extremely good to sniping kings, although most of the time they miss shots, so they're good to close on the distance and shoot, but actually hitting Mangodais are better with their ballistics. And I can give you an update on the relic count. It's Super Schlitzko has 3, and Canadian Ninja 3, and the rest all stuck with 0 relics so far.
Okay, well that's a really interesting point. It says, my stream says Octopus has subscribed, so Octopus, welcome back to the T90 Elite. I'm not sure why that didn't show up. We've been having issues with that today, but I paid attention, and the woo-woo-woos in the chat really helped, so thanks so much for that. I really like, talking about Nighthawk, Nilly, I really like his forward walls. He's getting so much space with these walls. It's beautiful, and that's really going to help him out later in the game. You can wall like Yellow did a little bit, but you can see he's massing some Mangadai, and he is not going to be able to get out. So that's disappointing for him. I like the play from Nighthawk, not to mention his fishing ships have been huge.
Yeah. Canadian Ninja is playing it a bit like an Arabian Waller, and Nighthawk just beautifully adjusting to the map, securing so many stone spots, gold spots, relics, Wood is important for the very late run as well. And yeah, I absolutely prefer his build up to, for example, as you said, Canadian Ninjas.
Now, speaking of fishing ships, Buddy Neval has taken fishing to the next level, and this is a smart move. He has 2 docks on the pond next to his base, and then he has actually wandered a villager to another pond, and he has 2 docks there as well, and he is just fishing like crazy. And you know what? It's worth it with all the fish there.
Yeah, and he's heavily ahead when it comes to population. 78, and the next one is 68, so solid 10 pop ahead already in this very early game.
I find Goths an interesting civilization. It looks like the alert's coming in for Octopus right now, so it did show up. But, oh, and now it says he's subscribed for 3 months in a row. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Twitch today. But anyway, I find Goths an interesting civilization. Their spam can be unreal. However, if they are up against a post-Imperial Age army with a lot of gold, it can be rough. There's so many arguments I can make for Goths, but what do you think about the Goths choice?
Goths are so bad when it comes to killing a monk behind stone walls. Goths can control map, yes they can spam, but they're such a bad pushing civilization at one spot, and I don't see how you can ever win against Mongols who's sitting behind walls. I don't see beating a Spanish player who's sitting behind walls, bombard cannons, bombard towers. So, Goth, I think they will be super annoying, but I think they will not get enough king snipes here.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely not a sniping civilization. It's definitely not a siege powerhouse, and I feel like with the amount of resources, siege will be huge. Now, one thing I want to talk about is maybe map positions. Like green and yellow are so close to one another right now. So, let's say green gets wiped off the face of the earth, or yellow does. That's going to provide a lot of space, especially for green, because green has that bottom corner, and we already know he has a huge advantage with pop. Also, green, I think, would have a huge advantage fighting teal, who is struggling with his eco right now. His score is way behind, so green, I will say, does have an opportunity to kill a couple of these individuals and maybe do something. That wouldn't be a bad idea, but then again, does he want to put a target on his back this early? I don't know.
And what is he really gaining? He has enough map control, he's getting relics. Killing teal, I think, is not really an advantage. He isn't getting a corner, he's not getting a lot of spots. I see only 2 relics in the base of teal as well. So making someone who you don't expect to be a real threat to win the game, already your enemy early on, just slows you down so much and gives you more troubles than you actually want.
Yeah, I agree. Trust me. I thought I was in a great position playing before the stream, and I killed like 3 or 4 people, and then I just got screwed over in the end. I think it's always a bad idea to fight in the beginning. The relics are coming in, though. Like, everybody's getting relics now. 4 for Canadian Ninja, 3 for Hankday. Spanner does not have any. None for Teal. 1 for Bloody Neval. But I did see his monks out there. 5 for Super Lisco. And we're back to Nighthawk. So, a lot of relics coming in, and it's very nice to see that players are prioritizing these relics, because they're going to be so important in the late game. And it'll make it interesting as well, because normally players will run out of gold at some stage. And if you have relics, then it's not going to be as much of an issue.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. It's just giving you so many options. If you want to, even if you want to get gold, you have to either invest pop into villagers or into trade cards. They can get raided. But if you have a very good placed monastery, it just generates gold without doing anything for it. And that's just so beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Super Lisco is the first one to the Imperial Age. I assume he's going to be getting economy upgrades, which is going to be a big deal. I don't know if he will be attacking, but there's always that possibility. So, guys, we are at 28 minutes in this game, and we are getting closer to some form of attack. But then again, who's going to be the first one to do it? I don't know. Like, if you look at Super Lisco, he's actually allied with everybody except Buddy Neval and Snippy. I would never trust Snippy, so I totally understand that. But, they're discussing things, and you can see that Karto has come in, and he can see what everybody else is doing. And that's always a wise move. That way he can see if someone's trying to get an attack going.
Okay, and how does that work? If they're not your ally anymore, the cartography
Goes
just
away.
gets reduced for the fail.
It goes away, exactly. So right when they switch, if you switch with them or they switch with, well, yeah, either one, you lose Carto. So you have to pay attention. But when I was playing, okay, so we were playing maybe a week ago, and I don't play in many community games, but I was, and it was migration, and I was cramped, and I had to take my king to the middle, and I missed that alert. Like, the only thing you hear when someone switches you to enemy is the noise you hear when someone types in the chat. And I was focused on fighting. Snippy turned me to enemy, of all people, and he killed me. And I just didn't pay attention. So, not only am I interested to see how these players react to it, but the top players later on today, because I don't think they play these settings very often.
No, I think never. And oh god, if that's true, I would spam the chat so much just to do.
That's a really funny idea. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Just do a period or just random stuff all the time. Just copy and paste. Oh, that's good.
Just type Milford is now your friend. Milford is now your friend. Milford is now your friend.
Oh, that's really funny. All right, well, I see a lot of Elite Mangadai from Canadian Ninja, and again, I don't have because of the graphics mod with the king and the reindeer. Were there even any deer? I gotta point out the deer. What am I doing? There's gotta be some left. Anyway, because I don't have that overlay working, I didn't see the upgrades coming in, but that's a lot of Elite Mangadai from Ninja, and he might be thinking about attacking.
East corner.
Yeah.
East corner still has deers.
Oh, his corner has... Which... Oh, east corner? I thought you said his corner.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's Rudolph for you guys. Problem solved. Also, Nilly, with this mod, when a king dies, Merry Christmas shows up on the screen as well. And it's not called Regicide in the settings, it's called Santicide. Yeah,
okay.
Galas made it. It's really nice.
Sweet, yeah. He programmed my King of the Hippo, Clash of the Hippo mods as well. And I think King of the Hippo as well, so yeah, I'm super thankful for him. Blood Priest, by the way, the first one who's kind of looking to do some aggression, is building a castle into the direction of yellow.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be the first to attack, but then again, yellow is pushed into this corner, so I feel like yellow maybe needs to attack to get some more map control. He could always transport out if he needs to, or run out into the middle, so maybe he's not thinking of that, but he could get map control out there if he wants to. But both players, I think, down here are going to be the first to fight, and I don't think it's going to be easy for Canadian Ninja to fight Bloody Neval. Bloody Neval, let's take a look at his resources. Oh man, he can spam Huskarls all day. He's going for Trebs first, and actually he has 5 Trebs queued up and 1 already out. And Elite Huskar already researched. Man, this is not going to be easy for Canadian Ninja.
And Canadian Ninja only has 2 castles and not a lot of gold left.
Yeah,
I think he has less than 2k gold still.
if you look at the farming economy of Bloody Neval in comparison to Yellow, he has almost the same, well, yeah, almost the same amount of farms, I'd say. Maybe Bloody Neval has a little bit more, but what Bloody Neval did have is all the fish. So prioritizing the 4 ponds was really important. In fact, if you look at the scores almost dictate, or the scores are almost based off of the ponds. So it's very interesting, and you guys need to remember this whenever you play. If there is fish to be had, you need to get a dock up as well. We'll see what happens, but this is going to be rough for Yellow. And you know what? Let's see who he's allied with. Are we going to see somebody help him? I doubt it at this stage, but he is allied with Nighthawk and Hank Day, Hizemi, pretty much everybody except Spanner and Bloody Neva.
And Green already announcing, I will clear Yellow. Like, there's no question about it. He will just go for it and run him over.
Blue just said...
Yeah, I think his army composition is good, but that was ballsy.
Blue just said, I won't help him, and I'll join you later. And then Bloody Neval said K. Okay, so there's going to be no help here. It just looks like Canadian Ninja is going to be the first to die. Now, That's not confirmed, but it's possible, as there are a ton of trebuchets here from Bloody Neval, and he has broken down the wall. This is gonna be rough. Yeah, and the choke points are exactly what you talked about before. The Hussars in front, really good idea. Mangadai behind. But still, the Goth spam can be deadly.
2 onagers or something, you could easily kill all the traps.
The Mangadai could do it as well.
Now he's overextending.
Yeah, he ran in too close to the Huskarls. But there's not many Huskarls here from Bloody Neval. I feel like
Yellow still should just stonewall.
Yeah.
Doesn't really give him any benefit to just kill those traps.
Well, his Santa Claus is running away. I see that. And you're right. The trebuchets aren't really doing anything for him or against him right now. But to be honest, that's a pretty good fight for Canadian Ninja, all things considered. He's held it off for now, and he's gonna definitely need to keep massing because he's not gonna have any help.
Yeah, and trading off Hussars is no problem for him. He can just replenish them. I'm a bit sad that he lost like 10 Mangadais there.
Yeah.
And 10 Mangadais are actually more important than the 5 traps of green if he would have gotten them. But now he is open in the other side, and no defense here.
Which side? I'm sorry. Oh, on that side. Oh, yeah, okay, I see it now. Yeah, green's gonna go in just now. He's gonna walk in. And the Mangadais are not in position, and yellow is actually going for the trebs again. I feel like yellow needs to recognize that going for the trebs does not really help him here. He doesn't need to hold on to his stable, only his Mangadai. He can always rebuild stables with the wood he has. He's trying to wall off a bit, but in come the Huskarls. Now, yellow did take out a castle, which is okay, but against Goths, they can spin out of their barracks. I did see that Longsword was being researched by Canadian Ninja, but he's housed, and he really is having a population problem.
Yeah, he needed to have more stonewalls there against the Goth player. He wasn't fully boomed out and just needed to buy himself more time. And yeah, he's closing the gap in the Chows, but the north is still open. Longswordsman against Elite Huskarls.
I still feel like his mistake is not falling back. Unfortunately, it was going to be rough for him, and now the Elite Huskarls are coming in full force from Bloody Neval. I don't know if there's action elsewhere, but this is definitely the most action, I can tell you that much, is Bloody Neval. Well, he's out for blood. And for those of you wondering why I'm calling him Bloody Neval, that's his Twitch name, and he's been on the stream since I was a very small streamer, so I'm just used to calling him that. This is just bad news for Canadian Ninja, and he doesn't have the food now to create two-handed swordsmen. I think if he doesn't get help from blue, his game, well, he's gonna need to run. Maybe. Maybe his game isn't over, but he's gonna need to run and try and reboom somewhere.
But where? To the top is completely blue. If he runs to the middle, that's where teal is actually expanding to. Green is on the south. Oh, that will be tough.
It'll be tough, but we have to believe. This is Regicide Rumble, though, folks. It's insane from the very beginning, and well, not necessarily from the very beginning, but I'm sure you guys get what I'm saying. That's a ton of Huskarls. Now, Bloody Neval has just put a target on his back, but Nighthawk likes to play the late game, and he's going to try and trade with Bloody Neval, who's in that corner. And he's letting Neval do the work.
Oh, yeah, and if I was Nighthawk, I would have said, like, I only have 60 paladins. I'm not ready to fight yet. You do the work, guys.
I'm trying to pay attention to their conversation. Bloody Neval's talking to somebody. And he's saying you didn't want to ally yellow. Oh, so this is revenge. This is revenge. I would just ally everybody, but...
Not everyone allied. I think he didn't.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh.
This is that conversation you have when you have the knife at someone's chest. Do you remember what she did to me?
Would be so nice if he just goes back now. Oh, I missed it. My bad. And falling back with all his 80 Huskarls.
I don't think he should now, but that would be nice.
Yeah, and yellow has a lot of relics. 4 relics, so that will be sweet for green as well.
Yeah. Somebody asked what green is doing at the middle. Those are just houses and fishing ships. And I believe other players are starting to trade. Orange is trading with teal, and look at all of Orange's bombard towers protecting his king. Now, I didn't ban bombard towers for this. So
Oh, the king of yellow is in danger.
we'll see what happens. Oh my gosh, blue is there.
Oh, yeah.
Can blue see it? And is he gonna go for it? Well,
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk has a ton of resources. He's allied with yellow right now.
He can sing the king. He can't attack the king.
Yeah, he's allied with it
Yellow's
right now.
lost.
So I don't know if he's planning on helping or if he wants to snipe that Santa Claus, but Santa Claus is now running into the TC right next to blue. I think Canadian Ninja is going to be the first to die, no doubt about that. Blue's even walling yellow.
Unless blue really is the best guy in the world and just opens the stone walls, let the king in, and then fights against green. But that's very unlikely.
Yeah, and Nighthawk has just changed his diplomatic stance to enemy, and now Canadian Ninja. Canadian Ninja is going to be the first to die. Santa Claus is in that TC, and he says, "Oh, so that's how it is. Santa Claus, run!" Oh man, too bad Rudolph is in here, so you could just fly away. Sadly, he's just running into that TC, but the Huskarls have found him. Those of you asking about the sub overlay, I will remove all of that here in a second once his king dies. I feel like that's appropriate, but we're gonna have to watch Canadian Ninja die. He's calling the GG. He might just resign before his Santa goes down, just to die with a little bit of self-respect. But man, as he resigns, what a brutal way to start this event.
Down to 7.
Oh, but now look
It
at...
was an unfortunate
Hold
position.
on! Look over at Spanner's base. Snippy's there. There's been a battle over here the entire time, and now Hankday's attacking Spanner as well. So, Snippy's there with Elite Mangadai. Spanner's on his own, I think. Poor guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and purple
And red are against him.
yeah.
So he's on his own, and it looks like 2 players are being teamed up upon from the get-go in the Imperial Age.
Where's purple's king?
It's
in
probably
this
in
castle.
that castle, yep.
Yeah, low HP castle. Trap's already going there. Still taking fire from the castle.
Well, Snippy is not messing around. A ton of Elite Mangadai. Of course, he can go with Siege Rams. Honestly, now that Orange has the trade going as Spanish, and he has those towers, he is definitely playing the late game. So we're going to have to... I don't think we're going to talk about him for a while, but we're going to have to just think of him and Teal. I said how Teal is the weaker player, one of the weaker players. And he will probably be protected by Orange because they're trading. So that's a very interesting factor to this. But this fight is still going on. Not going to be easy for the Mayan player. Not at all.
Oh yeah, it will be so tough for him. And yeah, unless Teal is the best Smurf and the most clever player ever, I think he will not be the strongest late Imperial player either.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now he survived at least one enemy, so not getting last year is the first accomplishment.
Where is Teal sending these trade cards? Is he sending them across to Snippy? That would be funny. I'm pretty sure he is. There are trade cards running across the middle. This is the worst way to trade. I'm pretty sure he's trading with Snippy now. Right across the middle.
Long distance.
Long distance, weaving in and out of the ponds. But, you know what? He wants that gold. Now, obviously, guys, Elite Cataphracts versus Eagles. Bad combo for the Eagles. And then when the Mangadai come in, and it looks like there were Rams there from Snippy, it's going to be rough. Now, I like what I'm seeing from Spanner. He's making P-Tards, so while I don't have that emote activated yet, I will, and he's going to go for a King Snipe. Is it possible? I don't know. Does he have enough of them? No, but he's going out anyway, and he's going to go for it. He's lacking upgrades, so that's not going to be enough for him, unfortunately.
Oh, and he absolutely needed all his resources at the top end. Look at this, Snippy is shutting that down completely.
He is, and it's unfortunate because if Purple wants to play a part in this game, he's pretty much just going to have to kill somebody. Or get some help, of course. But I don't think Gray and Snippy are interested in helping anybody. Wow, now we have Bloody Neval going over. Is he going to attack Teal? Because he has Trebs coming this way. He was friends with Blue. I don't know where he's going. He could go to Snippy as well. I don't think these guys like each other in community games, to be honest. I've seen them fight before. Bloody Neval is just one of those guys who kills everybody. It's one of those guys that eventually gets turned on.
Yeah, that's the most likely scenario. If you eliminate like 3 players, it's unlikely that everyone thinks, oh, thanks for your good work. We will now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, the king is out of the castle. Jumping into the next one.
Yeah, there he goes. That cataphract will not... Yep, not today for that cataphract. He should go down to the castle now. But I think ultimately, Spanner will lose his army. I mean, if he runs to the left, Snippy's there. He runs to the right, Gray is there, and Santa Claus is going to flee now. And you make a good point. There's nowhere for these players to run once they get killed off, because the map is saturated with players. And also there's a lot of walls. I like what players have done with the map control. Orange, blue, green are taking up a large percentage of the map. Santa is just delaying his own death right now, I think.
Yeah, no real chance. What's this pop 24? That will not make him happy here. 1TC now trying to get another siege workshop up. He started with Mayans and didn't even do Loom. That's Regicide for you.
1 second, guys. I'm gonna remove this image. That way...
And the king is? Just kidding.
I can still see it, so I was like, what am I missing?
Okay.
There you go. Now you guys can see the dashboard a little bit easier. The king is going to go down eventually, though. You got me, though. Yeah, now you guys can see all of that. Oh, this is a hard name. Masaru-kun. Masaru-kun, welcome to the T90 Elite. As the kings go down, let's just get some T90 kings in the chat instead of the woo-woo-woos, because that's the perfect emote for the day. But look at Green. Do you think Green is messing around in the middle, Nilly?
He's preparing something. Let's see if he's going for red or blue. It seems like how he communicated with blue, they most likely will go for
Snippy.
Red with the double check blue and green.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go for Snippy, and you know, Snippy is
Merry
everybody's.
Christmas.
Yeah, Snippy is everybody's favorite player, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's the Merry Christmas with his king, and Snippy's gonna have to face a 2v1, I think, and it's not gonna be easy. I think. What do you think he needs besides Mangadai against Huskarls and probably Paladins and Conquistadors?
Oof. Maybe some SO,
Yes.
and yeah, Huskarls, basically the best counter is Paladins on your own. Mongols don't really have that. Or Champions, but Champions won't perform very well against Conquistadors and Paladins. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's basically impossible to out-counter 2 players who go for different compositions.
Yep. Well, fully upgraded Paladins from Nighthawk about to come in. And guys, this is Diplo. This is what happened. So it's almost as if every community game over the past 6 months, because that's, I believe, how long I've been doing them, has led to this event. Because everybody wants to kill Snippy now. So it's not just Diplo in one game. It's Diplo over 6 months. Everybody wants to kill this guy now. And it looks like he has killed so many people. He has such a target on his back. It might end for him now. He's running in. Look how many Paladins and Conquistadors are here for Nighthawk. That's insane.
Yeah, Snippy had a strong 100 Mango dice, but now going down to 9. He's producing more, but I think it will not really go up even further. A very bad position there against the Paladins. At the same time, he's trying to retreat against the Huskarls, but he's not looking good for him.
Oh man, and where's this king at? Can you tell me that? Because
The walled castle.
I don't
Very
have a
much in the
control
middle of
group.
the space.
Oh yeah, well that would make sense. He's walling it up, but can he survive? There's so many units here. There's bombard cannons now. Huskarls are all around his base. He almost needs to go sniping.
Yeah, but who could he snipe? Blue? Green?
Yeah, I don't know.
He has
Nobody
to
he wants to
snipe
snipe right now. I'm sure he wants to snipe green and blue, but I don't know if he can do that. Of course, the Conquistadors can easily snipe his king. And Santa Claus, I think, needs to pick up his feet and get the heck out of here, because Snippy does not have enough to defend. He only has 92 population. That'll soon drop below 90, I think. Trebuchets are coming in. What an army from Nighthawk and Bloody Neval. This is insane, and they're coming full force.
And Snippy has a solid 26k food, but it's completely out of gold. And yeah, that's not typical. Yeah, the resources you want to have if you're Mongols.
Yeah, exactly.
For siege onagers and elite Megalites.
So it looks like he's going to defend that castle with Trebs, but the problem is his castle will go down in a moment's time, so he's not really defending much, just going to try and kill units. The Paladins can run right in. Snippy is going to need a game plan to flee. If he runs to the right, is he allied with Gray? No. He's only allied with Teal, who was trading with him earlier. Snippy has no friends, really. So...
feels bad, man.
Yeah, feels bad. Bible thump for sure. And now someone has researched treason to try and kill him. They do not want this guy to survive. And you know what? I understand it. I understand it, because he just goes for kings. He doesn't play the late game. So they're going in early, and this is a little bit different, guys. There's money on the line, prestige on the line, and Regicide Rumble, 1,000 people here. Snippy looks to be rippy.
Oh.
I've been saving that one up for a long time.
Now. Only one castle left. Now trying to produce more and more mango dice, but he needs to come up with another plan. Pop 44.
He'll lose all of his villagers to Huskarls, and he has nowhere to relocate to, so I honestly think Snippy's game is over, and we need to look elsewhere. And Teal is still sending trade cards to him. He believes. He believes. I don't get why Teal isn't trading with Orange instead, but who knows.
I think he's trading with both.
Yeah, maybe he wants a backup
Orange
plan.
Trading with Gray and Teal as well. Just trying to make friends.
And he has walls, and he's also building bombard towers on both sides. So it's almost like
Snippy's king. We need to watch him. He is now close to purple and gray, pretty much in the middle of the map.
What?
You see him?
No.
It's close to the second.
Oh yeah,
font.
I see him. Okay, I found him. Man.
I
never knew Santa Claus was so fast. Does he have villagers? Because he has resources to reboom. He needs to save villagers.
Oh, endless resources, yeah.
I don't know if he has vills. He has population. I don't know what the population is.
9 vills.
Okay, where are they?
And
they're not fishing
none of
ships.
them idols. No. Oh, they're moving. Close to purple space, but running into gray.
Oh!
Now the king and
the great escape. Gray, do not kill him. Snippy, you need to split them up. He's in the he made it into Teal's TC. No, Gray's chasing his bills. I just got a sub from Jester Fonk, and Jester Fonk said, "Run, Snippy, run." I think he's gonna make some bills to Teal's base. Oh, and the quick wall from Snippy to save his bills. Oh my gosh, that is so clutch. Oh man, okay, so he's gonna survive.
Snippy's allies. He's friends with Yellow, that won't have much, and Teal.
That's it.
So he has one single friend on the map, and he made it over.
You know what? That alliance for trade across the map worked out. Snippy could have been like, "No, you're stupid. I'm not trading across the map." But nope, he had a plan. And Nighthawk and Bloody Neval also have a plan. Because they're talking about it. He said, "Hey, where are you? Are you coming here?" Yes, good.
Spies again. And they will be like, "What the actual F? How did that happen? We killed 8 castles at the top and suddenly the king is in the south?"
Exactly. And also keep in mind that will show every king, so they might be going for other individuals. Look at Gray. He has some fakes in the bombard towers in his base, so Gray has probably some spears or something in there. I like that. Everybody is fortifying their base. I want to look at blue and green, because where are their kings? Just in castles. That could be raided.
What did Gray do?
Gray in his
Spears?
base, he has bombard towers. I believe he has spears or some unit in the towers. You see how he has 3 garrisoned? And he could garrison all of them. So if they get spies, or treason rather, that's what it is, they'll go and they will see that that's where the king is located, but they won't know which tower when they go to attack it. So that's actually really wise.
And you need your waypoint to go into the next tower.
Yep.
And so he always jumps, every tower that dies, then he jumps into the next tower.
Yep. Well, Snippy, I don't know where he put his TC. Oh, he put it... Well, he's gonna make stables, it looks like, but he put it right next to the pond above Teal's base. That's dangerous because Orange is there, but
not producing worlds.
he'll find out in a second once he builds the stable that there are towers there. What else is going on? Orange is gonna have to do something, surely. Orange and Gray.
He already lost a lot of villagers. He should have found out before.
It's not like he has a lot to focus on right now. He only has 7
he's
bills.
not producing villagers out of his 1 TC.
Oh man, he's focusing on the Hussar spam. There you go, he's producing villas now. He could make 3 more TCs if he needs to. And he could boom back up too with all the food he has. He was just holding, he wasn't going to sell the food because he knew this could happen. That's that's what it was. But look at Blue's base. He has 20 siege units, paladins, conquistadors. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. He's prepared for the long winter.
Look at his resources. He could last 20 winters with that.
Jeez, but Orange should have a lot as well, or? Let's check. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
yeah. What? What? Oh my gosh.
He didn't fight at all.
That's insane. Okay, so I bet you Bloody Neval's struggling a little bit. Oh, I missed. Let's see. No, he's actually doing quite well. So we're gonna see large battles. Very large battles here, guys.
But we need to applaud Snippy for that trust into Teal.
Yeah.
The king is still idling in the base of Teal. And Teal could easily have killed him. He could have walled him. He could have surrounded him with monks. He could have surrounded him with trade cards. But Snippy is just... We started trading over the whole map pretty early on. Nothing will happen to my king.
I'm pretty sure Teal is still sending carts that direction, or he's sending them somewhere. Where are these going? Are they going...
He's trading with Blue.
He's trading with everybody. Okay, so he's just... He likes to trade that direction for some reason. But, yeah, I believe that Orange did say he wants to attack Blue. And so that means he will be fighting Green, and that means Gray will also have to help out as well. Orange is transferring his king, and he also has some fakes in his towers. I think Siege Ram civilizations are going to be huge, and I think that's where Bloody Neval is going to fall short. So he's going to need some help to get down the towers, and then he'll mainly help out in the land battles. He won't be able to fight out underneath these towers for sure, because the towers are just so incredibly strong. But I'm trying to pay attention to the conversations. You see that? Did you see what Bloody Neval just said?
Yeah, seems like Snippy is over there. So what will happen next? I think Green and Blue will attack Teal?
I think so, yeah. And Teal... He also has a ton of resources, and he has barracks full of champions as well. And he could go Huskar. I mean, this is DM resources, except you have Eco behind it.
Yeah. Oh, it's so brutal.
But,
okay, let's do a relic count, maybe. So we have... none for Snippy, obviously. We have 10 for Nighthawk.
Wow.
11 for Hank the Super Nerd. Teal has 2. Green has 9 and Orange has 6.
Okay, so with that, I'm gonna look at the relic gold collected so far, and 15k for Hank Day Super Nerd. So the relic gold has been huge, especially for the players who haven't fought.
And he's even producing skirmishes, so better save that gold.
Exactly. Yeah, we have like 20k gold, but yeah, don't worry about it. Let's go with trash units. So what would you do? Obviously these players have a ton of resources. Snippy has a ton of hope. So, what would you do with your resources? Now, I do see that Bloody Nevo is just turned on teal because they're attacking one another. But what would you do with the unit composition that you have and with all
If
the
I
resources?
was in orange position, I would order pizza. Seriously. This game will go for so long. I don't want to make any enemies. I want to chill it out. Maybe prepare some popcorn. Chill it, call my granny and say, yeah, we'll see each other in some days. I'm playing a tournament. But he actually wants nothing to change in his position. He's trading, he has eco, he still has his king. He can decide what army he's going for. He has a lot of allies which actually buffer his situation here. So I think everyone who's fighting now is making a mistake. And that's so weird in the scenarios.
Well, I definitely agree with your decision. At the same time, the map control that Bloody Nevo and Nighthawk have is precious, because they could go to the right side as well, boost their trade if they want. I feel like they have a huge advantage. As long as their resources stay really high, I feel like they should at least try and push out to the middle and get a little bit of map control. Because like you said, the others might sit back. Why not take the map control? Why not take away Teal's trade at least and force a fight? But we are definitely going to see how the Goths will fare in this post-Imperial age. And Snippy is now fighting Gray in the middle. He's back up to 33 population. I mean, that is the magic number, isn't it? He tried to fight Byzantines with Hussars that are not fully upgraded. I don't think it's gonna last very long. He's gonna have to, I think, reboom elsewhere for Snippy. But I really wanted to see Mongols involved in the late game, but the Mongols players have been killed off, surprisingly.
Not that surprisingly, because when we say they're the strongest, who should we focus on?
Yeah, exactly. You're definitely
felt
right.
Like Green was doing exactly that. He knew, God, mango dice can be extremely deadly. Swipe out this yellow guy to get good trade, and then go for Snippy and take some revenge for the last 6 months.
Yeah, and it looks like everybody is plotting that revenge attack on Snippy now. Does Snippy have any allies except Teal? And does that even matter at this point? He's down to 22 pop, his king is in Teal's TC. But Blue's coming in. He's still allied with Teal, but I don't think that'll matter much. He's just going to be keeping his king alive, and he has nowhere to run. Look at the amount of siege units from Blue. Look at the amount of units from Orange on the right now. He actually has Paladins somewhere, and Snippy's now running away. Oh man, be careful, Snippy. This is going to be close.
Oh yeah, Snippy. Oh, where is this?
Oh, it's in Teal's castle. It's in Teal's castle, so...
Okay.
It's not in harm's way unless Orange turns on Teal, and I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. But Snippy's gonna lose. If he loses all of his villagers, then it's pretty much game over for him. But he's appealing to Gray.
He has only one villager.
Where's it at?
8 military.
Where's the Vill? Because he's now allied with Gray. Oh, it's in the top corner! Look in the top corner! He's still alive! And he's allied with Gray now, so he might be able to come back! There's still plenty of time left in this game, because these guys have huge armies. Blue's pushing in, though. I don't know where Bloody Nevo is. We have to look for the betrayals between Bloody Nevo and Nighthawk, but he's still alive! Unbelievable!
Oh, and there's so much space that to actually reboom there.
Yeah.
Purple won't interfere with him, and there's no one actually having any buildings there.
Yeah, and he could trade as well. I mean, he still has a ton of food. He could still build 3 town centers. This is possible. Where is Orange's army at right now? We know that his base is fortified, but we also know he probably needs to take a fight.
He's helping out Teal in the south to push against Green.
Oh, interesting. I didn't see that fight. I knew he had paladins. I thought they were garrison or something. So he's fighting Green. Green is trying to help out Blue at the same time. So Blue is unrivaled right now. This is actually quite good for Nighthawk. I think that Orange and Teal need to recognize that Blue is a huge threat.
Ah, he has a nice army, but honestly, I think this army will be vulnerable against, let's say, 50 paladins.
Yeah. Well, I want to see, of course, Teal is Goths, so he can spam. I want to see what Orange is doing back at home, because Orange, I mean, he's at 200 pop. The problem for him is his pop is too high with Vills. He's at 93 Vills, and look how many Paladins he has queued up in each stable. I would kill off some Villagers here, and make some space for 50 more Paladins, because you cannot afford to lose the map control to the massive amount of siege from blue. Look how many siege units he has. Bombard cannons and trebuchets. But it looks like Snippy is going to be back in business, so we can focus on that later. But man, green and blue are doing a great job. Look at Bloody Neva killing the Trebs.
Yeah, oh, nice sneak around there. And the ugly thing for Snippy is here, if he loses his castle, Orange might actually kill him.
Yeah, that's true.
So he can't really run with his
oh, yeah.
center anywhere, because Orange is actually an enemy for him.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. He's not allied with Orange, so he's only allied with Teal. Yeah, this is nuts. The Bombard Cannons is still taking out Teal's buildings, and I don't think Teal has a response for this. It's almost as if Orange will indirectly help Snippy, but he could kill Snippy if he does not help Teal. It's so weird. But I feel like it's a poor decision to attack Bloody Neva. He's so many barracks, and the Goth spam is almost impossible to fight, it looks like, with the amount of resources that are available.
Might go for the hazard from behind here against blue.
Oh, wow. That's a really good use of his food. And he's trying to save his king. And Santa Claus is going to be very happy about this. He might get to live to see Christmas Day. A couple Bombard Cannons going down. At the very least, a distraction. And now Teal's coming out as well. These guys, the ultimate display of teamwork.
And half years, and it's all cleared up now.
Wow.
Cannons will go down.
I am so impressed.
Still getting attacked.
Now, there's still a few Bombard Cannons there. It looks like the castle was being focused down for a second. Teal's gonna still need to come over here, but that's very impressive.
Still 4 Bombard Cannons, and the target is the castle. The castle is getting into the burning area. I think Orange might kill Red here.
Can Snippy run for it? I guess that's the question.
But where should he run? Now he's sniping with his next hazards. He's sniping the Bombard Cannons again.
Oh, Snippy's dead.
And out, and Orange is getting him.
He's dead. No, he wasn't paying attention. Snippy's gone. No, he's done. Oh man, what a fight, what a fight. But Orange killed him, and Orange actually took the units away. I wonder if he was waiting for that. I don't know. But it's like Orange took the units away.
So.
I think he took the...
surrounded.
I think it was a coincidence. Like, Orange was just waiting to take his units forward, and he just thought to do it now, and it just happened to kill Snippy as well. Unbelievable.
Oh, God. Merry Christmas.
Oh, man. Blood on Christmas Day, and now the hand cannons are behind, which is actually really, really good for this engagement. But still, the spam for Bloody Neva is real. We'll go to Bloody Neva's point of view, and we will look at his resources. He's at 200 pop constantly with the Goth spam, so maybe Goths were actually a really good move. Paladin's coming in now from Orange as well. And, is Gray doing anything? Oh, yeah, Gray is going for a snipe. Look at this in the middle. Look at this in the middle from Gray. He has...
Oh, and heavy CA prepared.
Yeah.
Very bad from the Byzantines, but great for Santa snipers.
Yeah, exactly. I did see Bloody Neva said don't trust this from Gray at some point. So I think if you were Gray, you would want a little bit more siege, but this is going to be really fun to watch. I'll have to look back at that. Keep that in mind, guys. They are going for snipes now. So get the T90 Kings in the chat. Give Hankta your energy, because he knows that Bloody Neva is a problem.
But King is in the middle there, and Green obviously will be super distracted at the right-hand side because he's losing endless amounts of units there. And yeah, he just lost I looked at the kill to death ratio and thought like green is wasting, and then I saw 810 to 1100.
Yeah, I think
And now, 3 minutes later, it's 830 to 1400. So he killed 20 units but lost 300 in the last 2 minutes.
Well, I think that teal and orange have the winning combination on the right. Bloody Neval is going to lose those buildings eventually, and I do see that Bloody Neval has actually sensed the sneak attack and will probably push that away. But Bloody Neval, what he needs is food, not so much gold. So if he eventually loses all this food, that'll be really rough for him. Blue is also being Blue is also being raided at the top by teal. Teal snuck barracks up there. I don't think that orange and gray and teal will turn on each other, but there's always a possibility, especially with gray going for the snipes. So I want to focus on that. I feel like that'd be a bad decision right now. But man, orange, he's doing a heck of a job. Look at his KD. 950 kills, 150 deaths. Wow.
It's all against green, yeah. It's so incredible there. How green is really wasting all his resources without he's gaining nothing. He just needs 2 onagers and can take so much better points than just he's like 70% of all his units never actually did 1 hit before dying.
Well, gray's now fighting blue. I would say the biggest problem here is that green and blue are allied, but they have not been fighting together since they killed Snippy. And ever since then, they have been struggling. And that's their problem here, in my opinion. Because they're not fighting together, and everybody else is fighting together, and they may live to regret that. This is Diplo, and they kind of turned it into a one versus everybody situation. Blue could run out of wood in the back as well. This is intense.
Ooh, true. Green could easily clear up what gray has there. It's a reasonable army against the Spanish, but could die so easily against just simply 10 Huskarls. But green is so scared, and yeah, he can't hold against 2 players going for champion hand cannoneers. God needs to go for siege here. Onagers, Scorpions, but just spam champions and halberdiers won't do it for you, man.
And this goes back to what I said earlier. If you're the first to attack, you will always live to regret it. You will always live to regret it. And Bloody Neval says he cannot hold, and I tend to agree here. Siege Ram's coming in. Super Lisco is going to start taking out those buildings even faster to stop the spam, which is not working out. Also, Bloody Neval has the relics on the front. And to those asking in the chat, teal is above blue, and he is spamming units, not making this any easier for blue right now.
Yeah, but blue quickly walled everything, so that's fine. Yeah, it feels like gray, teal, and orange have one mission, namely to eliminate green and blue here.
And they're all the exciting thing about that is if they do that, they will all be allied and they're all trading with one another. So they're gonna start killing their own trade to kill each other. Oh man. So you almost want to, in this situation, you almost want to get an army ready to quickly kill off one of the allies you have, I think. Because otherwise it's gonna be tough. But you never want to do that too early either, so it's such a risky thing. But Gray looks like he's being pushed back and will lose a lot of expensive units. I feel like he stayed with Cav Archers for far too long. It was a good king sniping unit, but definitely not a good unit to continue with.
Yeah, and look at Teal's base. Doesn't really look like a base which is designed to protect the king.
Yeah, that's a good point. Where does Teal actually have his king, Nilly? I don't have that control grouped.
Nope.
Is it in somebody else's tower? He doesn't have a castle. He doesn't. It's not.
Oh yeah, it is. It is an orange tower at the east side of the
Oh
map.
man, that's really bad. That's really bad.
Not the most clever scenario ever to win in the long run.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he needs to almost start. Well, maybe he can take it to the top where he has an army, because his resources are looking good. So maybe he can reposition it up there. But he has like 15 barracks and a large army. He's going to push in against blue. I think he should reposition it. He definitely has a chance. If you could watch that, Nilly, that'd be great. But Bloody Neval's still getting pushed back, still struggling, and I mean, Teal's army is actually ridiculous right now. He's at 154 military.
Yeah, I feel a bit like a motivation coach at the moment for Teal. Like, take your future in your own hands.
Exactly.
Be your own boss. Decide how your future is going to look like. And Teal, he's just a peasant. He's producing gems, and when he's not needed by Orange anymore, he will just get thrown away.
Yep, exactly. Well, he needs to recognize that. And the best of the best do recognize that. So Teal needs to embrace his inner beast and be the beast. He has all that space where Snippy could have gone, where Snippy's base was. He needs to get up there. And let's be honest, he's done a lot of damage to blue, he's done a lot of damage to green, and they are struggling right now. They do have a lot of trade going right now, but they are losing ground. Now, I will say that Orange is kind of stalled with his fight. He hasn't taken out these castles or these barracks, but Wildhead has stalled. I want to point out, Gray did have an army of trebuchets and halberdiers, and I'm not sure where they are. I wonder if he's going to kill Orange. Oh, look where they're going. Look where they're going, Nilly. They're going through the gate that he's using to trade with Orange. I think he might try and snipe. Oh, more trebs coming out.
Ooh.
He's gonna turn on Orange.
Oh, and that's a great move. Maybe Orange is preparing. Look at the minimap. Not at the minimap, but just look in the middle of Orange space. He has a lot of paladins, conquistadors, and hand cannons prepared. So he might actually...
Yeah. And Orange actually is relocating his king again, switching it up after Treason came in. I think Gray researched that. And he's making some trebs as well. This is interesting. I don't think Gray can do it. There's so many towers here. I don't think he can do it. The paladins will destroy him. But all hell's gonna break loose once they turn on one another. You realize when Gray turns him to enemy, those towers are gonna destroy everything he has.
Yeah, and it's just instantly.
Yeah, I mean,
Just needs to send the paladins, clean it up, and put back to ally.
I mean, he needs some ramps to get the towers down, and then he needs to push in. This is a good idea if there's no towers, but man, this is not gonna end well, and he's gonna be disintegrated.
Okay, where's the king? Oh, the king is in one of the bomber towers. They're pretty much in the middle.
But you know what? If he gets the king, if he gets the right tower, if he wins the lottery, he can win the game. But he has to stand underneath it. Oh my gosh, he's so close.
No, he needs to. What he needs to do is just unpack your traps in the middle. Then do.
Oh, Orange turned on him.
Enemy.
Orange turned on him. Everything's going down. Oh my gosh, he didn't even stand a chance. Oh,
And now
destroyed.
the traps need to kill the king.
He's going.
No! Wrong tower.
Wrong tower. And you know what? He's going for the right one now. He's going for the right one. I don't think the Trebs can do it though. They're not firing. There goes the king, running away.
Send us out. Actually, he needs to go closer to the traps now.
Yeah,
They can't attack.
it was gonna have to be lucky anyway from Gray. It was a nice attempt. I mean, had Orange not recognized, it would have been good. But I think he should have waited till Orange was engaging in a big fight, because Orange wasn't really fighting on the left. But now the trade's gonna be a mess. I mean, look at the trade line.
I think I would have not done it this way. I think I would have went for like in the middle and red, and then maybe cut through the trees. And then be there a bit quicker.
Well, Bloody Neva doesn't need to resign because Orange is going to be fighting other people now. I don't think Bloody Neva needs to resign. He's at 119 pop and he has a ton of gold.
It's rich.
I think he's just upset. Yeah, I think he's just upset. Blue and green have plenty of time now. There's no reason for Bloody Neva to resign, especially with the gold he has, 16k. Plenty of time and plenty of space on the map as well. Others are going to be preoccupied. And now they're talking about Orange, so they might all team up on Orange because he's too strong.
Yeah, I think that would be a good choice. Honestly, by everyone, it would be a good choice now to take Orange only. Except Teal. Oh no, Teal repositioned his king.
Oh, where is that now?
Trying to find it. Oh, item military is tough with him because he has 120 item military. Oh, it's in the north. Look, where Red had his villager, they built
Oh,
a
wow.
tower.
And you know what? Snippy's villager is guarding it. How appropriate. The villager who survived. Wow. Well, I agree that there's a lot of towers from Orange, but the one way to take out all the towers is to 3v1 this guy, 4v1 this guy, and then just fight it out amongst yourselves afterwards. I mean, nothing is stopping you from doing that. That would probably hand blue and green an opportunity. I'm very glad to see green did not resign.
Oh, look at orange space in the north where... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, let's look again. He tried to have trade cards and ramp in the same group, and they went so incredibly slow, the trade cards.
Well, I think I missed that. But I've seen multiple times where players have grabbed Rams, sorry, not Rams, trade carts with their main army. Orange did that and now Gray did that. So, but this is a really good push from Gray. He's going to slowly push in. He needs siege Rams though, and deploying trebuchets next to towers is not the best move in the world from him.
And Byzantines aren't that strong against Spanish in the late run.
Yeah, it's true. But speaking of Spanish, look at Nighthawk's army at the top. If he gets treason, Teal is screwed. Because those conquistadors will just run around and kill Teal, and that would be unfortunate for Teal.
He needs one paladin. He doesn't need more.
Yeah, it's true. He does have barracks up there, so we'll see what happens. Now, people in the chat are asking about resources, so I think that's a really good question now, because Orange has lost a lot, well, some of his trade, actually. Well, not as much as Gray, who has lost all of his. Gray is at 2,000 gold, which really is not a lot right now. But he does have... Oh, wow, he has 2 monasteries. He has 3 relics plus 8 relics, 11 relics, so that's going to actually be a huge bonus for him as he's pushing in to get these towers. But he's being so wasteful with these trebuchets, man. Oh my gosh. He's going to lose all these trebs. There's a siege ram there. Paladins. Oh, that's wasteful.
And Byzantine CA trying to protect traps. I think that's something I've never seen before.
Yeah, like I said, a good king sniping unit, but beyond that, it's not great. Bunny Neval still, I think, is in an okay position. But he's not happy about his population, but I think he's in an okay position. Look at his gold, 19k. I mean, the thing that has really helped Bloody Neval and Nighthawk is getting the large trade route, the very long trade route going, because that has helped get more gold per trip. And they could even take it to the bottom corner if they start winning fights again. But I don't think Orange wants that to happen. Teal does not want that to happen, but go ahead.
I just realized a very random thing, but you always... like, if you pick Spanish, everyone wants to team with you, because then they have the team bonus.
Does that actually apply? I wasn't sure if that applied, so I didn't want to bring it up.
I'm not sure either.
I don't think it applies.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, it would be really interesting. I don't think it applies, though, in Diplo, because I don't think it switches on and off. Somebody in the chat probably knows, for sure, but I believe that was addressed before in a game, and I believe the answer is it doesn't apply. But yeah, that would be huge. Teal is finally sending his army in versus Bloody Neval, and Bloody Neval still does not have a lot of military. I would buy some food if he needs it. I mean, 20k gold, hasn't really been using it. Why not, right?
Yeah.
But...
And food and wood is at the bottom.
Yeah, I am being told that I was correct. It doesn't actually apply. But still, Bloody Neval could actually do something. And Blue, I'm not sure where his army is, but he is back up to full force as well. Nighthawk... What? Oh my gosh! 43k gold! 43k! That's insane. Now, the next map we're going to do is going to be Migration. They are not going to have time to sit back like this, and then after that it will be Pilgrims with the pro players. But this game is a good example of how you can lose huge fights. You can lose the majority of your base, and you can still stay in the game. So just keep that in mind. Orange seems to be pushing towards gray right now, and gray doesn't have much of a response without the gold.
Ah, seems like it. And but he's have the best trash, but trash against the guy who has endless amounts of Spanish trades.
Yeah.
Might really be the answer. Let's take a look at Gray's king. Oh, it has to be some one of the towers there. But Gray's pop now down at 56 only. How did that happen?
I just
27 villagers.
obviously he made a lot of cav archers. He has gold, but like you said, against Spanish he's gonna struggle. I mean, what can he do now? Going heavy camel, well, not great against hand cannons. Going cataphracts, not great against paladins and hand cannons. It's just a great mix from Super Lisco. The one thing I'll say is that Super Lisco doesn't have a ton of units, but Hank doesn't have any help, and he, I think, is going to continue to fall behind, especially with his population, because though he has 20k food, it will eventually fall apart for him.
Yeah, his resources are pretty nice actually. He just needs to get them on the map. He has 8 castles, not doing anything with them. He has 20k food, 4k gold, 10k wood. He could do full pop 180 army, but he's fighting with 30.
Well, he's producing skirmishers now, and the camels actually are almost, well, they are fully upgraded, so this is really nice. I take back what I said. His gold is rising so fast because of his relics, and he's producing out of every building. I think he will push this back, and it's quite nice for him as well to do that. Oh, top corner.
I think.
Hold on a second. Is blue and teal, are they allied now? They are allied now.
Oh.
And blue could easily see that king if he wants to. Oh man, that's huge. A bombard tower going up just to kill Snippy's units. But man, blue has a lot of power in his hands. But
My
Lawrence-
prediction is
Go ahead.
teal is getting second.
Okay. I'm not gonna make any predictions because then I'm never wrong. This, yeah, that's the pussy way out. Sorry. No, honestly, I don't know who will be first in this one. I would have to lean towards Nighthawk because Bloody Nevo doesn't seem too confident, and Nighthawk has endless gold. But then again, you can't count out Orange. But look at Gray's push. I mean, what a boss. He's doing a great job and wasting a lot of Orange's units. Orange is just pushing back for revenge, but I think what happened was Teal was like, hey, Blue, why don't we just kill this guy? Because I don't like him on my doorstep. So Teal has allied Blue, and now Blue's like, you know what? I'll help you out. And he's going to do that now. And the one thing about Gray's initial attack is that he was so far from the king, and he had to walk past a ton of towers. Blue, he doesn't have to walk far. In fact, he will range the first line of towers, and the king is in one of those towers. So this is going to be very close.
I think blue should take that pond there.
Yep.
And then with bombard cannons, cannon guns, he could take everything out.
Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah. Now, okay, let's be honest. Blue does not need 94 vills right now. He doesn't need it. He does not need it. I would have like 50 vills, refresh your mill every time you get an opportunity, and have 150 pop. And the rest of it being on water would be pretty deadly, actually. But yeah, siege rams wouldn't be a bad idea either, because siege rams are a little bit of a safer move and a great meat shield for your elite conquistador. But Orange, yeah. The one thing, if you were to take all these towers out of Orange's base, he doesn't have much nearly. So what do you think Orange should be thinking of right now, as everybody seems to be teaming up against him?
Does he realize that everyone is teaming up against him?
Well, it's a question.
I think he doesn't know yet. I think he doesn't know that Teal is letting blue in now.
He's about to know. Oh, he just locked his gate. I just heard it. He's just locked his gate.
Yeah.
So he has to prepare. But the problem is he's at 190 pop. So a lot of his pop is at the top. And he really doesn't have the population space to fight this back. Teal could always come in to help out as well. So
against Orange, I mean, yeah, I think Orange might die here.
Orange has
Let's see. By the
population
way,
on the
blue-
left. This is interesting. I mean, Orange is in such a good position, and now he does not look like he's in a good position.
He's getting all his army down, not fighting against Gray anymore. And now needs to take the fight against Blue. Blue still has his starting market, by the way, so he's not properly trading with Green the whole time.
Yeah, and this is something we need to keep in the back of our minds. Every time someone gets in a good position to win, they're always vulnerable because they have no military, they're not focusing back at home. So, if Blue gets in a good position to kill Orange, he is susceptible to a raid, and that could be Teal or Green's opportunity to maybe turn this in their favor. If you're one of the weakest players, no one suspects you will do something. And these are the two top dogs about to fight it out for the first game of Regicide Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely. If Blue and Orange are fighting each other, everyone wins except Orange and Blue.
Now, I feel like Blue's making a bit of a mistake. First of all, he needs forward buildings. Oh, he's actually building some now. The other thing is that he's still allied with Orange. So, like, Orange knows what's going on. He can see that army there. Like, he's not gonna go after Teal. So, Orange has had time to prepare now. And
Oh, but now Orange is sending all his pilots to the north to fight against Gray. At the moment, the presence of Blue is giving the advantage to Gray.
that's so true. It's mind games, really. All right, well,
So yeah,
Gray has done a good job.
It's so weird. Blue is killing Orange while not attacking.
yeah, it's
Because
true.
he's keeping 60 pop of Orange at this spot there.
Well, he has turned on Orange now because I just saw him kill one of Orange's trade carts.
But
So,
he's not auto-attacking the walls.
well, oh wait, you know what? It was Gray. It was Gray. I got confused. Gray was standing there with 3 units. So Blue is not turned. My bad. Big push from Orange's Paladins, like you said. He does have some units behind as well, and I feel like Orange will clean up this army, but then again, he won't have as much back at home. I'm waiting for Blue to attack. What are you doing, man? What are you doing, Blue? He is playing this so cautiously. I bet you he has like 60k gold now. 51k gold. What I want to see is Bloody Neval attack Blue and snipe, because Bloody Neval has no reason not to. I don't think he can win this game by winning fights, right? Now, he should have a decent amount of time, but I would go for it now, to be honest.
To kill Blue?
If he were, because Blue, the one thing Blue does not have is a lot of towers. So if Bloody Neval were, if he was able to mass like maybe 3 or 4 trebs per castle back at home, and then push out with the amount of champions and Huskarls that Gus can produce, I feel like he could kill Blue back at home. Blue has everything so far forward, and he probably wouldn't be focusing. He would just have to wait until Blue was in the midst of a battle.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be so sneaky and so clever. He has no chance against Blue in the long run. And the funny thing is, if Blue doesn't instantly delete his market, he still has the best trade and it's super protected as well.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, if he kills Blue and the market's still there, that's great. Look what Blue has at Teal's King. He's holding him hostage. He's allied, but he has the paladins there.
Yes.
Teal needs to delete all his wrecks and run out with his king now.
He does.
Italy, and then there's still the tower in his... Oh no, he needs to build, he needs to kill all his units and need to produce there,
And run,
or
yeah.
he loses the game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Blue will turn.
Yeah, not run, he can produce as well.
Yeah, I don't
Ten
know if he
hotspots.
realizes because he's not being attacked, and maybe he trusts Blue for some odd reason, but Blue is basically saying, hey man, I'm not letting you out of here. But Teal needs to run away, and now look at this. We have the fight we've been waiting for, guys. Nighthawk is finally, after having one of the most hesitant games I've ever seen, attacking. And Orange is going to have to respond while still fighting Gray, but this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see Orange teamed up upon, and it's happening.
Yeah, very clever play here by all the players actually. Kind of except Teal. He needs to go for enemy mode now, or he will lose his king, guaranteed. Oh. But then Blue is in his face on his own base as well. He doesn't want to that to happen as well.
Oh man,
But
I'm just hoping Buddy
I
Neval
think-
goes first. Oh, Buddy Neval's making trebs. I don't know where he's sending them, but I hope he is. I hope he's going for the snipe. And Nighthawk.
Oh, and Teal is going for mass CA now as well. He might go for a snipe against
Oh, what a first game! What a first game! Someone has researched treason now. I assume it's Nighthawk, but you never know. The snipe is gonna be coming in, guys. But you definitely need siege behind a snipe. And again, CA are not a good unit to fight with as Goths. You just need to go for the snipe. Everybody's thinking about it, guys.
Teal is going in, but Teal doesn't have trash. And doesn't have siege. I mean.
Yeah, he doesn't have siege. I don't know where he's planning on going here. I want to double. He is allied with Blue, so if he were to sit underneath that castle and take down castle or the tower, or whatever it is, it'd be good. But he doesn't have siege there, so that's a problem. I don't know what his plan
Maybe
is.
it's
But
just going to raid the trade of Blue and
that's actually a good idea, but that's not going to win him the game because of the amount of gold that Nighthawk has. He probably doesn't know how much gold he has. Here comes the big fight between Orange and Blue. So many units, Nilly, and you have to favor Blue because of the amount of elite conquistadors he has in comparison. Both players playing in Spanish, but just so many units for Blue.
yeah, great engagement here. He always had been also so patient with his fight there. And then took the perfect positioning on the hill, all the conquistadors in the back, paladins at the front, bombard cannons helping out as well. And now suddenly Orange is going for halberdiers and skirmishers.
Well, okay, Blue is now pushing in, and you can see where his Santa Claus is. He's making a ton of units. Super Lisco, he does have a lot of resources to continue to spam, and I think he needs an ally, and there go the Cav Archers, so I think they're going to raid the trade, like you said, Nilly. That's a really good point you made. But I don't know if that's going to really do anything.
That means that his king will probably...
Oh, he has halberdiers
That will be
there.
so tough.
He has halberdiers waiting next to the paladins, but is that going to be enough?
Attack, and the bombard cannons should instantly focus now on the tower, and then two paladins could maybe take down the king.
Yeah. Well, Buddy Neval's not happy. He's like, why did you ally this teal guy who's killing our trade? Everybody's turning against one another, and this is Regicide. This is great. First Regicide Rumble game has had a lot of backstabs, and Orange has to fight in two different areas. This is wonderful. But Orange is not going to be able to hold this for much longer, I don't think. I mean, he's fighting against two players. Surely he can't hold it if Nighthawk keeps up the production. The problem for Nighthawk is he's fighting underneath the castle as he's trying to clear up the trade. Okay. I want to look at Bloody Neval real quick. He said he's going to send Trebs and units to Blue. Is he going to do that to help Blue? Or is he going to do that to kill Blue? I don't know if he said he's sending them to Blue or where exactly.
Oh, he's actually fighting against Teal, so he's helping him.
Gotcha, okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing
20
anything.
Huskouts against the heavy CA there.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
And Orange is pushing back Blue with trash only.
Well, Blue didn't keep up the production, and Super Lisco, I mean, give the guy credit. He doesn't have any allies right now, except Teal, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely true. Staying in the game there where other people just would have died.
Yeah, he's wedged into this corner, and he's doing a good job. He's keeping up his population at 160. He'll probably rise to 170 in a moment. Bloody Neval, he almost reminds me of it just the way he's playing and who he's attacking. It seems like he's going after the people who have hurt him. You know what I mean? Like, how dare you do that to me? I'm gonna backstab you. But I think he needs to play a little bit more tactically here, because that would be the smarter move. Maybe he thinks killing Teal will be the tactical move, but if you notice, Teal like killed all of his trade, so now he's like, you know what? I'm gonna kill Teal.
Yeah, but Teal has now champions prepared against the bombard cannons there.
Yeah.
Actually did quite a nice reboom in the north, so even if he loses all in the south, it's still doable for him.
Yeah, and he's also allied with the strongest player in the game, and that would be Orange, who is pushing back up this hill. And man, Orange killing the siege and units from Nighthawk like over and over and over again. Nighthawk should have docked. Like you said, if Nighthawk had docked, he would be killing everything right now. Nothing would be able to deal with Spanish cannon galleons.
Yeah, that's so true. They're incredibly strong. The range is incredible. The projectile speed is, the fastest in the game. And yeah, that's just amazing. And now Green is going for the top, and he's sending traps and champions. So Teal's days, I think, will be over pretty soon. Unless Teal now kills all his units in the south, all his villagers, and just produces in the top.
Is Green still allied?
Green is allied with Blue.
Blue, I see.
An enemy of Teal.
Well, he can see what Blue can see, and that's why he can see what Teal can see here, because Blue is surrounding this, and I guess Teal has not thought about this. If you were Bloody Neval, would you fight this economy, or would you go immediately for the king?
Why fight the economy? You can just go for the kill.
I agree, and he's actually giving Teal an opportunity to fight this back. This does not make much sense.
And the worst thing is to actually kill villages, because the main problem of Teal is to not have enough pop space.
Yeah. So he needs to go for the barracks so he cannot produce military, and Teal might be able to hold Bloody Neval off now.
See, Orange is still pushing, not dying against Grey as well. Incredible performance by Orange.
But Blue now has relocated his trade. You see he's like taking his trade away from this area. He does not want to trade any longer, so he does not have trade anymore. And so that good trade route I talked about is no longer safe. Gray is pushing in against Orange at the top, so while Blue was pushed away, Gray has pushed in, and there's battles going on everywhere. Even though this has been a long game, there has not been much hesitance from everybody involved. I think Nighthawk has been the most hesitant player, but still he has fought an awful lot with over 1,000 kills.
And look at all the CA from Teal in the west corner. He's standing there with roughly 60 CA and just 5 tiles to the left.
Yeah.
Happy little Spanish villagers are getting stone, gold, and gold.
Exactly. So efficient as well. I mean, he's just like, yeah, just gonna let them there. I don't care too much about that. I'm focusing on pushing away these units from my trade, but the trust between he and Blue is unreal. Is Blue massing units out of this siege workshop? Because if Blue might be going for the king. I just feel like Teal should turn on Blue, or at least run away to try and keep Blue away from this king, because it could all end in an instant.
Yeah, I think he should build another fortress for his king. Or wall the bombard cannons maybe.
So at this point, no one is trading. Because all the trade has been denied. Well, actually, no. Teal is trading.
Orange is a bit...
Teal, the guy who traded with Snippy in the very beginning, is still trading. But Orange is not trading much, as far as I know. But I don't think the trade is really what matters, and maybe the relics. But with the amount of gold some of these players have, it's all about production and diplomacy. And Orange is pushing in. At the same time, Green is pushing in to attack Teal. And Blue is going to be wiped off the middle of the map here.
Yeah, Blue with 46k gold, 52k wood, 20k food, has only popped 120 and not producing too much here.
I think Blue has had trouble keeping his pop-up after fights. I think Blue, though he has a ton of resources, could lose this game. And Super Lisco is definitely the top dog. Gray is fighting the good fight, but he's getting pushed back again. What is stopping these guys from saying, hey, Super Lisco is a beast, let's kill him?
I think they're doing that. Blue and Green now attacking Orange from this side. Gray is attacking Orange from the top.
Yep.
And Teal is basically the only one who is playing his own.
It's true, and Teal is not helping himself by doing that, is he? Because his base right next to orange, not going to survive for much longer at this rate. At the top, we'll see how that goes. But I think that if Teal wants to play much of a part in this game, he should try to kill orange. But it's a rough decision. He might be trying to live off the trade. But orange is just really surprising me here.
Yeah, he's great, playing incredible. His unit positioning is great, his trade was going pretty well. He's still at 35k food, 2k gold. He has 7 relics, number 4 in that regard. Blue having 10, gray 11, green still 9.
If you're if you're Nighthawk, what are you getting from being an ally to Teal? Nothing. Why have you not killed his king? It doesn't...
Because... No. I would do the same. Because you can kill the king anytime.
Oh, okay.
And if we are at 5 players, you're only 1/5 of the threat. But if you're suddenly at 4 players, everyone realizes, okay, Teal can't win it. It might only be me or blue. And then you go for blue. So just keep one alive and kill him anytime you want.
Oh, and Super Lisco's getting scared. He said if nobody snipes blue, he is going to win. Oh my gosh. See, when somebody starts talking like that, Bloody Neval did that earlier. When somebody starts talking like that, they are fearful for their lives. And, oh, that's because he doesn't have much gold. He doesn't have much gold at all, and Gray is now building buildings on the back, starting to push in. I think that Orange could go down.
Even Orange can't fight blue in one. Yeah, blue is playing a strong game.
Well,
Green and Gray allied now as well. And yeah, Orange was building counter armies to Teal, and suddenly champions from Green coming in from the north.
Yeah.
And they countered the counter army of Orange.
well, what Orange said is true with the resources Blue has. Still, I haven't really been convinced with the performance of Blue this game. In comparison to Super Lisco, who, regardless of the finish, could very well be the MVP at this game just because of how well he's played. But someone's got to start thinking about snipes in some way, shape, or form, because trade is going back up, and there will be another dominant player once a snipe happens. Mainly skirmishers here and halberdiers from Orange, and versus all gold units, it's going to be a struggle.
Oh yeah, and, he still has some gold, but actually does not want to use it here. Trade isn't going that well. I think he has roughly 8 cards or something, so that's not the biggest income ever. And trash only won't do it for long. And I'm a bit sad that Green isn't adding Huskars, because Huskars would absolutely destroy Orange now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, speaking of getting destroyed, Teal's army right next to Orange is getting destroyed. He's down to 22 vills, so he's mainly army, and he's actually rebuilding at the top side. So I think Teal will actually try and fight, but I don't know what exactly he's planning on.
You say mainly army, he's at 70 vills and 157 military.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
Indeed, that's mainly army.
You know what? Nighthawk should take a page out of his book, because Nighthawk has had like 50k gold for almost 2 hours. Well, not 2 hours, let's say an hour. And he's had 90 villagers, so he should go down to 22 villagers, because it's completely unnecessary. And Teal, to be honest, it's unnecessary to have these cav archers here as well. He's had them there for a long time, just sitting there in that corner.
And he doesn't even need to fight out, because blue overchopped in the meantime. So he can just run out. Oh god.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And therefore blue can actually trade.
Bloody Neval is actually trading through the overchop. One at a time, single file. Oh man, what a game, what a game. Who will be the winner? If not Orange, will Orange push back? Will Orange suddenly have an ally? Will Bloody Neval push back against Blue with some sneaky trebs? I don't know, right now it does not look like it, but anything could happen. But
I think it has to be blue.
yeah, you're right.
Teal, no chance. Orange, how the game is going now, no chance. Then we have Pop, I think not very strong. And then we have blue and gray going with Spanish and yeah, fights and cheats. There to favor the Spanish as well. I think Blue has the best position here.
Well, I agree with you. However, everybody else will recognize that. And, you know, just like they
Will
did...
they?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Just like they did with Orange, hopefully they will recognize it and they will push in. Because Blue will have to fight them all if they do. And Teal, honestly, I feel like Teal could do it. This base is not fortified like Orange's is. I feel like Teal could run in, and especially Green, who is Goths. He could spam it and kill everything with Trebs. I've seen players do it before. Buddy Neva has crazy resources. He could do it, but right now, what Blue is really lacking, I think, well, first of all, Cav Archers is not the best move in the world, but he's lacking Siege Rams. Siege Rams would be huge beneath these towers.
Yeah, he's still having 3 bombard cannons, but yeah, siege rams would be incredible. Very good against halberdiers, against skirmishers, and even better against bomber towers and castle fire. So yeah, that would just increase its pushing speed by a huge factor.
Now, Super Lisco has a problem. He doesn't have many farms, so he's not going to be able to reseed farms because he's running out of wood as well. So his population is as low as it's ever been, really. And he's also running out of space, so he's really being suffocated. I don't think Teal's going to be able to help. And speaking of Teal, he's actually massing an army, but he's on the complete other side of the map, and it looks like he is allied with Gray now, and he has let go of Orange.
I think Orange went for too few bombard cannons. I think he should have invested more in a bombard cannon versus bombard cannon war, and just try to buy more time in this way.
I would also
But he's
say
actually building
Conquistadors.
armies. Conquistadors would have been nice as well, yeah. Just fight in range of your towers. But no, he's patrolling in too much, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Blue's composition, he has a lot of heavy Cav Archers, which is, I mean, not good in comparison to Conquistadors. So,
Yeah.
Orange, the one thing he did lack, because Blue did have Conquistadors, was I think a lot of Paladins and Conquistadors. Obviously mixing in trash is good when you're running out of gold, but now that he's versus all gold units, it's going to be a struggle for him, and Blue is still sending in bombard cannons, which will be strong. 3 more coming in on the back, 1 more coming in the middle, and now Green actually has, well, 1 champion. I assume more will come in, but maybe he will go over to Teal at the top, as I do see an army there. What a game.
Yeah. Feels like Green is going to the top, and Orange lost all his relics there. You can see at the front 7 relics down.
And that's his only gold income, I believe. I don't think he has any trade whatsoever.
That's actually true. Yeah. That was his only trade indeed. And now he's standing there. He's still at a very strong pop 170. Still has a nice amount of paladins, and maybe he's trying to push off Blue for good now, but I think that will not really be successful.
Where does Orange have his Santa Claus? Okay, it's behind the castle, so still a long way to go. Blue, he could kill all the towers here with the bombard cannons, but the problem is with no Conquistadors, the Paladins can continue to run in and pick off these bombard cannons. It'll be slow, but I think Blue can eventually do it, especially with Gray attacking at the top.
I think he only killed 2 bombard cannons there, although he had a good positioning and invested like 10 paladins. Now got a 3rd one.
So I need to look at the other players' resources, because Gray is trading again out of a couple markets.
Is Green maybe preparing against Blue?
Merry Christmas and thanks for all the
He has
hours of great
solid
content.
80 champions there.
I think he's going against Teal. I don't think Green is trying to
Okay,
backstab.
no,
I think he's really angry at Teal for the early attack.
It would be so much better to backstab here.
Yeah, I agree, and I've been thinking that for 20 minutes. BO2 Ash, thanks so much for the donation, man. I really appreciate it. Everybody for being here as well. We do have Game 2 coming up, by the way. The time was scheduled for, I believe, 15 minutes from now. Obviously, this has been quite a long game. I don't think the next couple games will be as long because of the maps, but we'll have to see. Obviously, we're going to see this one out.
Yeah, Pilgrims and Migration are totally different because you have so much less resources on the whole map.
Yeah. But anyway, the game continues now, and Santa Claus is running away for Orange. I do think Green should backstab if he wants a chance at winning this. Gray is trading at 200 pop. Gray... I mean, look at this. The Spanish player is going to go down. So there's only going to be one Spanish player left. And then we're going to be stuck with two Goths players, a Byzantines player, and a Spanish player if Orange does go down. So Gray has a shot at this if he gets trade going with Teal. So this is all very interesting to me. But keep in mind that Blue could turn on Teal at any time. Teal is too trusting, in my opinion. I know I have trust problems, but...
He is aware of the situation, but yeah, he should not have gone there. And before, together with Orange, there he was way too trusting.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for some type of king snipe. But Gray is pushing in at the top, and oh man, that's a massive amount of elite cataphracts. I don't think Orange can fight this back at all. I don't think there's anything he can do. He's completely isolated. Gray has
Should have moved
full
his
upgrades.
relics a bit earlier.
Yeah, that's a good point. If he moved them back, then they would be safe right now and he would have some gold income. He does not have enough farms, does not have enough wood. And
Actually, when I read first that you said, okay, graveyards is going to be the map, I saw an army of like 100 units, 3 villagers, a monk, a king, and 5 monks, each of them carrying a relic, trying to find a new home.
okay, I need to point this out. Gray did not have a lot of resources. Teal just sent 1,000,000 resources because he's being attacked by Blue, and I don't know where his king is. No, you gotta find it. Blue is attacking Teal. Where's Santa Claus?
Wasn't he at the top?
He was.
He's at the top still. Yeah, he's still at the top.
Oh, he's in there. Oh, I thought he ran away. No, he has to delete his barracks and
Why
run away.
Teal could easily build army there.
Yes, and he could just delete his barracks and run away. He sent all his resources to Gray, though, which is really important. Santa's in the tower. Run,
Merry
Santa Claus.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, man. But you know what? Teal had the giving spirit, and he gave all of his resources to Gray before he died. And now Gray's in a great position. He has 9k gold, 50k food, 70k wood. That's a game changer. That's ridiculous. To have the presence of mind to do that when you're gonna die, that's insane. I can't believe that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man.
Okay, let's try to see how Orange is now surviving. But then, yeah, we have 3 players going completely for it. Is it a possibility that Blue and Green actually will split the money?
No, it's last man standing. So
Yeah, no, but like behind your back.
oh, I mean, hey, if they want to do that, I mean, yeah, hopefully they don't tell me because that's just ruining the event. But $80, it's not a ton of money. They have to kill one another. To be honest, they're kind of playing like they will never turn, you know, which is not the way it should be
Will
played.
happen eventually.
But yeah, it should happen eventually. It has to happen eventually. I would hate to see it where one player would just resign after this long. But however it happens, still this game's been insane. And Teal's out. Teal's out. But you have to like. That was such a clutch play to send his resources, and I've never seen that before, where like your king is a tile away from death, and you just send all your resources and so much as well. Speaking of death, I think Orange is soon going to go down too.
Oh, but Gray can't trade anymore.
Yep,
Now that Teal died.
that's true. Now, if Orange leaves his markets there, that's a game changer. If he dies and his markets are still there, Gray knows they're there. Because remember, he was trading with them before.
Yeah.
And that's always really important in
that's
these
true.
games. Now, the Cav Archers
Blue's army
from...
composition is so weird.
Yeah. The Cav Archers from Teal are now attacking Blue a bit, but Blue's making some skirmishers. But in comes the attack, and you can see that Super Lisco is just trying to hold on at 84 pop, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold on much longer, so that means we're going to have 3 people left. And I would like to see a 2v1 versus Nighthawk. We know Gray is going to go for the win, and he's going to attack Nighthawk most likely. But I think Bloody Neval's decision after that is going to be the most interesting thing.
Yeah, Gray needs to absolutely go for blue. And green just has simply the weakest civilization there, Goth. Can't really perform against the Byzantine, can't really perform against the Spanish with 50
Yep.
gold.
He's done quite well, but we've seen the weakness that Goths has. I mean, once you're up against the strongest units, it's very difficult, even with the spam. And the teamwork's been really important in this game. You know, we thought Super Lisco and Teal were going to kill green and blue, but right when the teamwork came back into play, it pulled orange away. The towers are going down, and that's the only thing that's keeping orange alive at the moment. He's down to 60 pop.
Starting to trade with blue now. Yeah, only at 56 pop. The king is very much in the back there. Yeah, kind of close to most east.
Yeah.
Bomber tower, no production, no wood, no gold, 7k food. He can only build some hussars. He's just staying in the game to hope that there's some backstabbing while he's getting attacked.
Yes, well, I don't know if that's going to happen. Teal does not seem concerned. Interesting that Gray is trading in that corner now. That's the most awkward trade route and the most risky trade route I've seen, because there's about to be 3 players left. But all eyes are on Super Lisco right now, and then I think players will make their alliance changes.
Interesting, yeah. And Teal is actually still doing some kills against the trade of Gray now. So
Well,
many fun stuffs happening here. Relic hype. Green went to 10 relics. We have Gray with 11 and Blue with 10.
well, they're saying that I think because blue and green are walking off with relics right now. They're walking off. They're both doing it at the same time. It's pretty interesting. And now more monks are coming in to get relics. That's pretty funny. And it's so smart as well. But it's funny they're all coming in at the same time. And Bloody Neval said it in the chat. The towers are going down. Man, if there were siege rams here, this would have been so much faster. But still, It is slow, but it is happening. And the more important thing here is that Super Lisco, he's down to 18 vills. He's running out of food to make hussars, and it's not looking great. It is not looking great. Teal's being cleaned up on the bottom where that market was for blue. Honestly, I feel like that's good for him because he can prioritize more useful population. Oh, he's dead. I'm sorry. Keep forgetting about that.
Green is actually trading
And,
to the market in the middle of red.
Wait, where was that market
That's
at?
something I didn't expect. Yeah, absolutely in the middle of the map. Red has a market. and
Whoa.
Green is trading with that one.
Is your game like super laggy right now? Oh, I see it.
Why?
Yeah. Mine was for a second, so I'll just move around less. We're at 3 hours, so I don't think we'll have any issues. Or one would hope.
Where is the king? Okay. Santa move even further to the east. Top 68 for Super Lisco. He's actually going up in resources because he only has 2 stables to produce hussars.
Well, a lot of trebs from Hankday. He needs some support here. And only cav archers. Guys, don't make cav archers. Please, I'm just gonna say it. I'm not even gonna, like, make it sound sweet. Just don't do it. Don't make cav archers
But all
unless
the
you're
pro
Hunter
players
Mongols.
are building calf archers.
I mean,
I've seen so many MBL streams where he built calf archers. They can't be that bad.
just...
Okay, it might be the reason he's playing Arabia 1v1 with Huns, but
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
building them quite often.
Yeah, Huns is where you want cav archers, or Mongols maybe, but in this situation, with the resources you have, don't do it. If I see another trebuchet go down when cav archers are protecting it, I will lose my mind.
To be fair, Spanish calf archers are stronger than Huns calf archers.
They're stronger than Huns cav archers.
Yeah,
In which way?
yeah. They have the last defense upgrade.
Oh,
The Huns
yeah.
don't have that.
Yeah. They get the last
And
defense
now
up.
trick question.
Don't, no,
two
Nilly,
tips?
Nilly, listen, there's a lot of people here. Don't make the question too tricky for me.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Okay,
go ahead.
then who are the 2 civilizations with the strongest calf archers?
I would say the most useful cav archers would be Huns and Mongols in AOC. But if you're saying strongest, then strongest is different than useful. I can tell because you said Spanish are stronger than Huns, so.
Cling, 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 exactly. You want to say Turks and Saracens.
Okay.
Because those are the only two cities who have Patriot tactics and the last defense.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Blue now going back or something. He's taking all his army back and not continuing to attack Orange, actually.
Is he being
What
attacked?
is he going for?
I don't know. Sci-Fi in the chat is saying, can we start the 17 GMT game now? Well...
Sure. Let's just stop here. I'm just
We can't stop this game 3 hours in, sadly. So no. I was oh! Look at green at Gray's base!
Oh my!
It's gonna happen! Now, do you think he can get the right tower?
You
Which-
know he needs to get more champions there.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna
That's
work.
not enough.
He's gonna get
Eight
destroyed.
champions are not enough.
He's not even
Feels like I'm kidding, but
he's not even next to the right tower. He's gonna lose everything. And Gray's just running right by him too. He doesn't realize this. How does he not realize that? I don't know. This is smart from Green, but again, he needs some siege here.
Gray's now walling him out.
A castle on the left from Bloody Neval, so I mean, if he can
Actually,
get some
that's not bad
trebs.
for Gray. It's basically killing 80 pop of green at the moment.
If he doesn't realize for the next moment or two, and Siege comes in, and Bloody Neval's making trebs, that could be bad. But trebs...
He saw it. He's walling. Like half a screen next to it.
Oh, yep, I see. But still, like, he's not attacking it. He must not know that this would be really good for him if he switched. Oh man, and Orange is
Now
still
Orange
alive!
survived.
Orange is still alive! Super Lisco is still alive! Bloody Neval
Doesn't have a
switched!
market to trade.
Here comes the destruction! He's going after it! The king is in this tower. It's not being attacked. Gray's not actually paying attention. Green and blue are killing me. Might need your help. He hasn't switched to the enemy! But the tower's still not being attacked
Now he's
nearly.
going for the right tower. No, not really. No.
The king's okay
Not
for now.
getting
Now
there.
that
Now he
tower's
is.
being
Now he
attacked.
is.
Now the tower's being attacked. Now, it's really
And
hard to kill
my life.
kings. It's really hard to kill kings with champions.
But if he's not... Oh, now he's running the king. Whoops!
Where did it go? I'm sorry. Oh, into the castle.
Into the castle. Just ran away.
Impossible now.
80 champions were like, no! And he was... Plop,
But
into the
but
castle.
Gray is not attacking green.
No, he didn't see it. It was just the tower probably was going down.
This is true. He's
And
sending
the
units
white
back
ones.
now.
He's just
Unbelievable.
patrolling, right? Is he attacking?
I have no
He's still
clue.
not attacking. No, he's just patrolling.
I
and
don't
he's
think
not
he
attacking.
realizes.
There's no castle fire, no bomber tower.
He's just
Fire.
changed Super Lisco to ally. Is Super Lisco really gonna stay alive in this?
What?
What is happening? Gray, you need to attack. There we go. He's just done it. And now all these units will go down.
Yeah, probably was just going for the full surround. But yeah, I could've
Bloody
been so
Neval,
much better.
he's gonna lose everything here, and he says that was late. So at least he has the time for jokes amongst all of this action.
Haha.
And oh, Gray's gonna go after Nighthawk now as well. He just changed Nighthawk to enemy. And
What?
now he could trade with
sure
Super
that was
Lisco if he wants to, if Super Lisco wants to play that game. But Super Lisco's still alive.
And has one to see.
Yeah, he's not gonna
70.
offer much for now. Green is now fighting Gray. What a game we have.
He should now go for the full attack against green to get those relics back.
Yeah, I agree. Green might not be able to deal with a 2v1 right now. Blue has been sitting back for I don't know how long. Oh, Blue actually has an army at the top, so he's going to go for a raid. More cav archers from him, but maybe he can actually hit the king. But man, so many camels and cataphracts, and to be honest, with the army composition of paladins and heavy cab archers from blue. I don't think blue can fight this unless he has a ton of support from green.
Yeah.
It all depends on how much gold gray
I
has.
believe. Let's take a look.
Saying that gray does not have much gold, but he does have, remember he has like 14 relics or something crazy.
Gray has 11.
11, okay.
Blue has 13 and green has 14.
What's Nighthawk's resources looking like? Okay, still ridiculous. 27k gold.
Jeez.
And the spam from Bloody Neva will continue, so the bad thing is Super Lisco, though it's a 2v2, Super Lisco is unable to assist Gray. And oh, there's a push at the top now. On
Oh, blue is weirdly moving all his units in Gray's castle. They're kind of in the middle and attacking without actually seeing it. But
yeah, I see it.
yeah, it seems like green and blue are now completely going for Gray.
Yeah, and the question is blue going to make a move towards green? All the while, I'd love to see that. Like, you gotta, basically just like green did, blue or green, they need to think about turning on one another once they kill gray, because it looks likely here. I didn't realize Nighthawk has so many resources still. It's insane, but castles are going to continue to go down. If the castles go down, there's only towers left. And also, if the castles go down, there's one thing that Byzantines want they cannot have, and that is cataphracts.
Indeed, and then you don't really have any good counters against champions anymore. Then you have to go for hand cannoneers, but they're so much weaker. Oh god, what was that? Okay, yeah, but Gray still has lots of cataphracts. He has 150 military.
Does, but still he's up against green, who has 111 military and then 125 from blue. So
Wow.
against the goth spam as well, it's going to be rough for him, but he still continues to push out, pick off the trebs when he can, and his castles have 8,000 HP, so it's going to be nuts. Super Lisco, I want to take a look at him, and he's booming up his economy, if you can call it that. He's starting to trade with Gray's market. It won't be the most efficient trade, but maybe he can do something. Gray actually has an army at the bottom, so that's where most of his army is, and I don't know what his plan is, but maybe they're going to go with a sniper or something to just try and win the game that way. It's going to be difficult with all the siege and castles back at the bases of these blue and green, but who knows? Anything's possible in this game.
I think it's a bit too many castles there.
Yeah.
Architecture researched as well by the god, and think I just did the math. We lost half of the players, so we have to be in exactly the middle of the game. So we are playing 6 hours 34 minutes.
Oh, one could hope not. One could hope not, man. Because I think if we go to 6 hours, that's about when the third game would finish. So, or at least begin. So I didn't expect it to be quite this long, but then again, when you play on large, you can expect that could happen. Gray, I think, will be the next to go down.
No, large is normal. What is a giant? Giant is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next castle going down for Gray, so now he's down to only 5 castles, and Gray's pushing against Orange. Gray's
No.
not defending
He's
himself.
going for a snipe. He's going for a snipe. He knows that's the only way he can win. And this is really smart.
But why snipe Orange?
No, I don't think he's going to snipe orange. I think he's going to go right by him. Unless he is. If he does, he's not going to win the
I had a
game.
small déjà vu from before. So
Is he going to wall in the tower? If he walls in the tower, that's really smart. I think.
oh, those are two try. And the King Santa's running down south.
Oh,
from
there
Orange
goes
here.
Santa! Santa Claus is running. He was going for him. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to run right past him and go for Bloody Neva, but I was wrong. Hey, it's okay to be wrong. And
Sending in more now.
I don't get why Gray would do that. That pretty much ruins his chances of ever coming back. Maybe he realized he wouldn't be able to fight this army. I just thought he would maybe go for green and try and snipe a king or something and run right by there, but Super Lisco, even though he seems to be out of this game at 70 population, still paying attention. And credit to him for how well he has played this game.
But where is his center now?
His Santa has moved. Oh, it's now moving, transferring towers. Down next to the blacksmith.
Ah, okay.
Sunless Rise, welcome to the T90 Elite. Santa's still running
Everything
around.
of Gray's cleared up. Yeah, okay. But at the same time, Gray lost so much ground, lost all his keeps, all his bomber towers, and I'm not sure why he went for that.
Well, his king is in the castle with the 3 cataphracts, and he's getting ever so close to death. He doesn't have much gold left. All the gold that Teal sent him, he probably should have sent it to Super Lisco. I didn't realize Gray was going to be such a jerk and kill Super Lisco, who is down on 70 population, but this is war, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Did the king accidentally get sent into the middle? Do you have Gray's king
No,
control
Gray's
group?
one parcel down.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
In the middle.
He didn't have the
Middle
cataphracts
castle.
in there anymore, so I thought maybe he had sent it in there by mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, he's moved it
Middle
back.
castle.
And the towers will continue to go down. Blue, though, has no support for these bombard cannons, and like we have seen many times before, may lose many of them to hussars. Green is going to continue to push in, it looks like. Still no sign of some type of turn from blue and green. Actually, saying that, I have a feeling.
Oh, tell
And
me.
that was your cue to sing I have a feeling, but you ruined it. Anyway, I feel like blue is going to turn on green. That's my feeling, but he was preoccupied with that feeling and has now lost like 10 bombard cannons on the front, and Gray's still alive, and man, this game goes on.
Indeed it does. The next trap going down, so Gray is buying himself some more time. Gray is still at pop 140, producing so much, has endless amounts of resources, lots of map control still, and yeah, Orange is getting his food eco up as well, and yeah,
Is
I
any...
think
we still have to favor blue, but can we favor him that much when he's lost so many units needlessly?
yeah, we still can. Because I think they will just continue to push Gray. Gray will, especially now with making Orange as his enemy unnecessarily, will die eventually. And then we have Orange without any gold income. No trade, no relics. Green and blue.
Yeah.
And blue just is in the perfect position. Nothing else.
Look at the kill death. Someone just said it in the chat. Look at the kill death. Look how many units have been lost this game. It is mind-blowing. It really is. There's so many units have gone down, and still half the players are remaining. And we have to see a betrayal. And you know what? We're getting to the point where wood is really important. So I think middle map control is going to be huge. Because there's not a
Yeah, I
lot of
was
wood left
looking
in the
at that.
original bases.
Yeah, that's true. But most players have a lot of wood banked up. Gray has 55k, we saw blue having over 40k. Green doesn't really need that much wood. Unless he continues with lots of halberdiers, but he can easily just go for champions and huskarls. Only one who's struggling is Orange at the moment, but he has 3 lumberjacks.
At this point, I almost want to message every single player and say, Rams. Because even if you're Goths, Rams are going to be so much more effective than Trebuchets, which you continue to lose to Hussars and Cataphracts. Rams act as a meat shield for skirmishers as well. Just go Rams. And Heavy Cav Archer's not a good move either. But man, what a long game. And Gray is pushing back on both sides as well. He's back up to 200 pop.
Wow, incredible play by him. People are really holding pretty strong here. Like, yeah, the attacks are lacking some energy because of not enough traps or not protecting the traps well enough and not going for enough rams, and therefore all the players are holding their lines.
Yeah, just some basic things like having 84 villagers or 70 villagers when you have the resource these players have, really not necessary. Look at Buddy Neval's resources. He has so many resources. It's not necessary to have that, especially. It's just ridiculous. I want to see a backstab so badly from Buddy Neval. If he were to make trebs, he can make so many and he could push in, and it would be fantastic. But speaking of pushing in, he's actually won a really good fight with Blue in the middle, and now he's going versus Gray, and he's actually quite close to that castle, which has Santa Claus.
And the beautiful, the beautiful thing here for green is also that his backstab is very hidden on the minimap. If you just put like 5 barracks and 10 traps close to the trade, he can just put everything there and can easily get in. Just over chop the wood with the traps and get in.
And he can outspam Blue as well. He can outspam him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, kill Gray and have an army prepared. He's almost losing trebs again, so again, Rams would be the better move, but if these guys control their armies better, I think Gray will die. It's just a matter of actually, like, focusing on the fight. I don't know what else they are focusing on right now. Maybe they're focusing on too many different areas, but they should be able to push in and kill Gray off. And Nilly, I swear, if this game drops right now, I will lose my mind after 3 hours and 30 minutes.
No, it feels more like a tea time.
Okay,
Let's take a rest a bit,
Yeah.
think about new strategies. Oh, I'm Byzantines, what can I go for? Let's build some halberdiers and cataphracts. Oh, I'm Spanish, I should go for trade. Everyone thinking about their options. And green, by the way, is going for some tech on the water, carronering and heavy demolition ships. So might see some highlights in that regard as well.
That's such an odd decision. There's nothing there. I could see that working earlier against Orange, but I don't see the importance of that now. Orange actually has a large army of halberdiers and skirmishers at the moment, so that's really nice. I'm going to tab out and take a look at the game room at the moment and just see what's going on.
Okay. I can give you an update on the relic counts. It's green and blue each have 13 and gray has 11. So
Yeah, a
some
lot of relics.
have to be neutral, not picked up. Which is weird.
Well, none of the 4 players left have left the game room, so it's possible there's just a pause, and we'll just have to wait it out. To those of you waiting for Game 2, I know we're 13 minutes past the starting time for that, and maybe Zero Empires is waiting as well. That game will start
They're
right after
already
this.
complaining? This game didn't even start, really.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
It has to get rolling before we quit here. What is Relic Gold? Take a look at that.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I do know that the next game is already set up, so we'll jump right into that. I bet you this is going to be a really high number. 60k Relic Gold for Gray. Well above everybody else except Nighthawk, who has 55k Relic Gold, 47 for Bloody Neval, 28k for Super Lisco. And just look at the importance of relics in this game, guys. You can see the difference there. And the overall economy, trade profit as well. I mean, Bloody Neval with the Relic Gold, trade profit for Nighthawk, all of that's so important.
Yeah, just go for relics and make allies. I think that should be your main approach for the first like 30 minutes.
Yeah. My point now, you're playing for $80, right? You're playing for prestige. We have a ton of people in the
I'm
chat.
getting a bit nervous, although it's still a scenario, but okay, continue.
Like, why? Or let's talk about a game plan. If you're Bloody Neval, right? You understand that Nighthawk is in a good position because you're allied with him. You understand you're in a fantastic position with your resources. So why not plot an attack against him? Because you could do it. You could kill him and you could take it all. Now, you know Super Lisco's in an awful position. You know Gray's actually struggling. So Bloody Neval and Nighthawk should both be thinking the same thing right now. And I don't see that. Now, maybe they talked ahead of time and they were like, because both these guys play my community games, maybe they said, hey, we'll just 2v everybody and then at the end we'll fight it out. But that's actually a stupid decision here, in my opinion. It would be much easier just to backstab.
I think they spoke before because when the chat started, it was like green and blue chatting, like, okay, let's kill yellow first. Why? Because he's in the middle of us, and then yeah, okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
So it felt like they came prepared into the match
Yep.
and organized a strategy before, and therefore I think it might be like, okay, let's just split it, or it might be something like, okay, let's play down to 2 players and then let's see, let the better man win, the last man standing. But then agreeing on, okay, you go Spanish, I will take Goth, is kind of weird as well.
Yeah, that's true. You would probably want to pick different civilizations, but who's going to play in the next game? The next game list is on AOC Zone. Type exclamation mark Regicide Rumble. Bloody Neval apparently has a phone call, so everything's fine. So he's on the phone.
Okay.
So
needs to cancel dinner reservations.
I'm gonna message him and tell him that it's not important. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not like that anyone's spectating or waiting for him.
Yeah. No one's waiting. We only have, 1,300 people here. Guys, Game 3, which will probably be a little bit delayed now, has a list of some Are we back? Oh, sorry.
No. Just continue. My bad.
Sorry, Nighthawk messaged me, so I need to respond.
Okay. He's probably saying, oh god, I have so much gold. It doesn't even fit in the overlay at the top. I'm not sure if I have 250k or 850k gold. Only displays 5 numbers. What can I do? Can we tap out to see how much gold I have?
Yeah. Let me know when the game starts because I'm tapped out at the moment. I'm going to read off the list of players for Game 3, which is the most exciting game today. Game 2 will be played on Migration, and it'll include 8 players that are 16 to 1800 on Voobly, already signed up, already chosen. I believe already prepared as well. And Zero Empires will co-cast. And then if you look at the list of players, I'm going to make sure I don't mix it up because we had a lot of high-profile signups. The list of players for Game 3 is the most exciting, of course. We have the Viper, Tato, MBL, Bacht, Eddie, Stark, Doubt, and Bullet all signed up. So that's exciting. And
Craigasm.
A crazier list than I would have hoped for.
Yeah, I was surprised as well, but then I thought like, okay, it's one day, it's one of the biggest AOC channels, it's at a very good time, it's very fun and entertaining settings. Why shouldn't they play? So,
yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna tell Nighthawk. I don't know if Bloody Neval is communicating with them, but we can't wait all day. I feel bad. Oh, the game is restarted. He's in Do Not Disturb anyway, so they've continued.
It should have told me. I think I have powers.
No, we're good.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, he could have just sat back and taken the phone call with the amount of resources he has, so should have been fine. Continue, Nilly, sorry.
Okay, Gray still at pop limit. We have Orange crawling back at 150, and obviously Blue and Green still both pop limit as well. Spamming it against Blue now, against Gray, and I think it will be 2v Gray to probably King loss, and now he's sending his king to the very north, one of his 2 castles.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna have to be some type of response from Gray. I don't know if he's gonna be able to respond, and this still has me thinking, what is the most the most impressive player in the game going to do, Super Lisco? Because as far as I know, he has no allies, he's not trading with anybody, and he has like no resources. Everybody he is allied with is dead. So he has dead allies. I'm really curious to see if he has a chance to come back over the next 10 minutes or however long it takes for them to kill Gray, as Gray is being very stubborn and Blue is being wasteful with these Scav Archers still.
I think Orange didn't expand enough. He just stayed on his own base, had 2 TCs, he just sort of developed to the south. Oh, he actually has a 3rd TC there. But just control all the men, try to find new relics, Oh, that was a lot of chat.
Yeah, we caught up to the pause. But yeah, I agree. I think Orange was probably confident, and he had every right to be. But when you're up against so many players, you have to take extra precautions. And as bombard cannons continue to be focused down, and there are no rams here, and I continue to get a little bit annoyed with it, the push is still coming in ever so slowly by blue and green. The moment I see a siege ram in here, I'm gonna clap my hands. Like, even a capped ram from green, I mean, would be better than losing these siege units continually. Be much, much better. Great meat shield as well. Something to point out is that green and blue are actually trading once again. I don't know if we pointed that out before the pause.
Santa's going to the east side from gray. And orange has bomber towers there. Oh,
Wait, where exact? Oh!
he said, look fast, look fast.
I'm looking. Yes, he's right next to the mining camp, and is Orange gonna go snipe that thing? I'm gonna have to control group that before I forget. Yeah, I'm sorry if I called Santa Claus a thing there, guys. I know Santa's real, and I didn't mean to offend anybody.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know.
And don't get too upset. Even if Santa dies 7 times, you still get your presents.
Exactly. Kanor, welcome to the T90 Elite, and thank you for the sub, man. What a game this has been. Yeah, Santa's actually hiding amongst the cataphracts, so I think he'll be okay. Cataphracts are the reindeer replacement. Rudolph the red-nosed cataphract, right?
And if gray dies, green and blue will bash their heads to get those 11 relics as well. I think they actually should start sending villagers in and build monasteries there.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But you know what? Instead, they're going to sit underneath the castle with cav archers and halberdiers, and they're just going to lose their units because that's a wiser decision. No siege. No siege. Blue actually does have a little bit of siege with green, so I shouldn't say that. You know what? And now gray doesn't seem to have the resources to push this back. But it just it's taking a while.
No production.
Yeah.
Only his king. He's trying to build more barracks now on the back, but yeah, it felt a bit like his macro slipping. And I'm wondering, there's still 5 tiles of stone in his main base.
Yeah. He could have collected a lot more stone.
Yeah, like solid 700 stone there.
Well, it looks like all of his castles are being focused down. He's making petards. He maybe should have thought about this earlier if he wanted to go snipe, but he's making a group of snipers. And I don't know if he's going to have enough time.
He actually has villagers in the south and is now going for barracks and archery ranges in the middle of the base of blue, or like in the front of base of blue.
So what's he gonna do? Transport? You know what? If you were able to transport and snipe a king, that'd be the most amazing thing, because he can't run around. But I don't think we'll ever see that. That would be quite a journey. He's running away with the petards now. He will have maybe 4 or 5 trebuchets. And then he's going to have to run past Orange, who is not a huge fan of him for obvious reasons. And he's going to have to make sure his Santa Claus is still alive, but his Santa Claus is blending in there. So he's just sending his trebs out. This is like Snippy. This is... Gray, I give you the power of Snippy.
To kill a player.
Exactly. This is the first time we've seen someone just go for a snipe, and actually not the first time. The other times it's pretty much just been Gray. Bloody Nevo tried it before, but it was a failed attempt. So this is nice. And maybe he'll go for Orange again. Who knows?
Yeah, but honestly, it's 5 petards, 4 traps against 15 bombard towers.
Yeah.
And 120 army of orange.
We can hope. We can hope.
Great micro.
Don't take away my hope, Nilly. Don't do it.
Okay.
It's Christmas time.
He might do it. Cataphracts are a damn strong unit, and this is great. Petards
Here we
micro.
go.
We
Here we
might
go.
see it happen here.
I'm laughing with belief, not because I don't believe that. All right, we'll see if these relics get collected. This game has gone on forever. Gray is losing his base now. If Bloody Neval starts making trebs, I will be the happiest man alive. Just start spamming at blue, please. Still no trebs from him. He has a lot of resources. I think he can kill Nighthawk. Nighthawk could kill him too. I mean, just got to make the decisions, guys, to do it, and they're not doing that right now. The thing is, they're both pop capped, and all their population is they're right next to one another. So if they turn first, they kill that pop, and they are ready to spam and kill the king. They could do it. Orange is trading with me. Orange is trading with Bloody Neva. Nighthawk says kill it with fire.
Yeah. I'm surprised that no one did spice for quite some time.
Yeah,
From the point of view of Gray, and I didn't get any messages.
Well, that's actually a good point, because you have so much gold. That's just another thing to touch on.
Spice have leaked the knowledge of your king's location.
Who? Did you just see that? Or are you just saying that's what... Did somebody get treason?
I saw it as well.
Oh, you did?
I said it, and...
So then Gray got it. Then Gray got it, because I was on Gray... Oh no, Blue must have got it, because I was on Blue's point of view. And
Yeah.
Gray is going to lose his raiding party.
You think so?
Yeah. Super
His macro is
Lisco.
great so far.
Super
Doing lots of
Lisco
damage.
is not having that. Yeah, I think I didn't have enough hope. You have to have belief, guys. And you know what? I didn't have belief. You heard the laugh earlier.
Or maybe the lumber camp might go down. Ah, not even that.
No, unfortunately not. But
Legolas, snipe him down.
you know what, guys? You have to look at Gray and you have to say,
Not a single shot was fired that game.
but look at Blue and look at Green, just like pussyfooting around, not sniping. And Gray has tried and he has failed. I prefer Gray's style of play at this point in the game.
Formation. The monk in block formation with the cataphracts
Where at? Sorry.
to protect him.
Oh, you mean the king? Yeah, there's Santa Claus. Run, Santa, run. Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph. I don't remember the rest of the names, but whoever you are, where is he going? Is he going to sacrifice Santa here?
No! Orange is there! Orange is there! Run! Gray! No!
So close. I think he's actually going to suicide, but I'm not sure.
Why is he saying GG?
I think he's giving it up. I mean, look at his pop. He's at 10 pop.
One catter down. He wants to go for some trade rate.
He's like, screw you, Super Lisco. Santa's actually leading the charge here. It was for a moment. Blue and green are now going for Super Lisco, and Super Lisco will not be able to deal with that. And I think this will not take very long with the amount of champions. The towers will be problematic because there's no rams. You know, we've said that time and time again. But it will eventually happen, and that means we will have 2. So the question we've been asking for, what, 2 hours? Will eventually be answered, I think. Who's going to turn first? Bloody Neva or Nighthawk? What are they going to do? I don't know.
And how did we answer that?
Well,
No, we don't know.
we don't know exactly. The only way, the only
I thought you had an answer. King.
no,
Oh, king.
Merry Christmas. The only way to answer that is to now see Orange die, and now we have to look at Orange as he just gets demolished. Now, if I were blue or green, I would just try and bypass the markets and kill everything else, because if you do turn, you might want those markets later on.
Oh, look at the relics from Grey now. 4 monasteries close by, and Blue's the only one getting the relics at the moment.
That's true. Green's also building some monasteries, but they're so friendly. I mean, I understand it's Christmas time, but that's not the idea. Rumble is not a friendly word. I mean, seriously, they have to kill Orange. Orange has a lot of paladins. I think he will die, but like, sheesh. I want to see the betrayals from these two. We're almost at 4 hours, and I mean, while it's been a fantastic game, I will be pretty disappointed if we did not see any betrayals here.
Where are the betrayals? Grey was the only betrayal.
Everybody else has really impressed me with the fact that they have really gone for the win, but I would argue that Nighthawk and Bloody Neva are not going for the win.
Especially Yellow.
They're not betraying. Yeah. Poor Yellow got to play like 25 minutes.
He got Elite Mangodize out. And Purple couldn't get into the game as well. But I prefer to die like yellow did compared to how orange is going to die now.
Well, Orange is...
Only 2 traps.
Orange with his dying breath is going to send out some rams and try and take out these castles from green. At the bottom. It's not going to do anything, but I find that interesting.
Oh, that's the first rats we see. Did you say you wanted
That's
to
true.
clap?
Yes. I forgot the applause because he doesn't have much of a chance. But can you guys please type clap in the chat because he really needs some applause. I mean, these two right here, they could learn some lessons from that. Orange just like maybe 10 minutes ago losing the top score as well, and he hasn't fought in quite a while. It's the first Rams we've seen since I mentioned it to those who are being the...
Oh, did you mention it before?
Well, yeah, since I said that to you.
Never
I
said
mean,
Rams.
obviously we've seen Rams this game, but I was saying that Rams have been lacking in this game since the... whatever.
I didn't
but
hear that.
yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Orange is gonna fight the good fight. I want to see if he actually has wood. No, in fact, he's not gonna be able to create trash. So I feel like he will get pushed back eventually. Green, I'm not sure where his units are. I mean, the trouble is when you...
They're producing basically from their home bases.
Yeah. I was gonna say the trouble is when you've covered the whole map, you're doing exactly that. What Nilly said, you're producing from areas you don't want. So you almost like, if I'm in this position, I kind of want to send barracks forward and just produce from there. Plus, they don't have to run as far, so it just only makes sense. But
Yeah.
it looks like we have bombard cannons from blue, and he's going to start focusing down these towers. But, I mean, towers are doing a lot of damage to these units when they do fire, so keep that in mind.
But yeah, other units all died from Super Lisco, so he's now down to pop 60. His resources, food, 56, wood, 108, gold, 332, stone, 22.
Well,
How
Nighthawk...
many units can you build with that?
Nothing really. Nighthawk and Bloody Neval still have a ton of resources. No signs that they will turn on one another.
Now Spanish champs are coming in.
So weird.
Nighthawk thought, geez, I dropped to 54k gold. That's better not to do any costly units anymore. Let's
Yeah.
go for the safe route of champions.
Yeah, I mean... Super Lisco doing such a great job here. He's gonna go down. It doesn't look like he's gonna give it up, but he's gonna have to give it up.
Spies.
Who researched it? Because Nighthawk didn't get the alert.
Then it was Nighthawk.
Huh. Bloody Neval's
I'm in
making
point of view
trebs
of
back at
Orange.
home. I want to see if Nighthawk's creating anything at home right now.
Oh. Guys,
This could be the moment.
don't turn away. We
Oh,
might
look on
see
the left side in the
decision
trade.
Next 2 hours.
Look in the left
What's
trade.
the trade?
The left trade. On the left side of the trade.
Blue's preparing.
Yeah, he is preparing, but that's the worst spot. Because, like, if he
Why?
were to turn, Bloody Neval would see what's going on with his carts. Or, like, maybe the first 5-10 minutes. Obviously, he could kill the trade, but his trade will die
No,
anyway.
he needs to kill this bomber tower and the gates.
Yeah. If I were Bloody Neval and Nighthawk, I would
Oh,
delete the
King is
buildings
going to the left-hand
not
side.
needed in the top.
Super Disco.
Santa is running away. No stray units from Nighthawk, which is always a good thing, but in this situation, it's a bad thing. Santa Claus is going to try and flee. Looks like there are some champions there from Bloody Neval hanging out at the top, but he's running to the left now.
Yeah, the Hustler's actually scouting for Super Disco.
For Santa, yeah. You can see Nighthawk can see this, and they're signaling to each other. Paladins and Hussars coming out to chase Santa down. I don't think Santa's going to last very long, but
Oh.
he can... I mean, every day is leg day for Santa Claus. And cookie day. He can really move fast. Champions are coming in. In comes the Paladin. He has nowhere to run. Rip
Bomber
Santa Claus.
tower.
What a good fight from
Push
Super
it.
Lisco. It's gotta be the end though.
Oh, more champions coming in, and this one Hussar can't.
Who's gonna get the final?
Right.
Who's gonna get the final kill? Oh, they blocked each other. The Cav Archer, though. Are we gonna see a Cav Archer actually kill a king? Merry
Most useful
Christmas.
unit ever.
There we
GG.
go.
Merry Christmas.
You know what? After losing like 500
That
Cav
was
Archers,
very
I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. Maybe even more than that.
Oh man.
Um,
Orange was a hero for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we're gonna kill each other, bro.
Okay, so they were
I got a
obviously working together, and we pretty much we realized that long time ago. No buildings coming, or sorry, no units being created on the left side for Nighthawk, and
No! That would be so funny.
what?
They both want to put their kings on the same transporter and delete the transporter.
What?
Yes.
What? What?
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, if they were just gonna resign, that'd be awful. But if they do it at the same time, they're putting potentially $80 in the other's hands. Delete galleons, and we have a deal. What? He's deleting the galleons. Now, hold on a second.
What?
Hold on a second.
I get an honor, God.
Hold.
What is happening here?
Now, we could easily see Bloody Neval use the docks to kill it and win. I mean, this could be a trap. Well, you helped me so much, says Bloody Neval. No, Bloody Neval, be cutthroat about it. Kill him. This is war. Kill him. We'll see what happens.
I would say, yeah, send your king in my transporter. I come later.
Yeah, I guess that's true. This conversation is really intriguing. But I had the best starting position, I think. Man, these guys are too nice for this. $40 still enough.
Yeah,
So they're talking about
they're
splitting it. Okay.
Okay, let's see. That might be, you know, the British show Golden Balls.
I don't know that, but you can talk about it
That's
to the
basically
stream.
you play for several hours on, like, the show is 1 hour long, and at the end you have to either split all the things you worked for the soul show, or you steal it from the enemy.
Okay, yeah, there's similar.
And we
Yeah,
might see that happening here.
we'll see. I mean, Santa Claus is coming out. Either way, this is going to be one interesting ending. Santa Claus is coming out from blue, and they're still allied, of course.
What is happening here?
Now there's units there from Nighthawk. He's sending a ton of units over. He could always kill Bonival's king.
Where's the king of green? Oh, he's there. Okay.
I assume it's in the castle. I don't see him coming out now. So the Santa Clauses are coming out to the middle. Oh, there's champions there from Bloody Neval. I mean, large armies are coming to protect their Santa Clauses, and they're going to have a meeting about this. How will bets work? I'll address the bets just by saying that I have to go with the player who wins on the scoreboard at the bottom.
You can do damage against with Bombard. I would say, okay, it's your transporter. You have to go into the ship, and then with Bombard cannons kill the transporter.
Yeah, but the transport can also move. So Bloody Neval seems hesitant. He's not moving out. Oh, it's okay. I see his actually. This is somebody screenshot this. Look at that. Look at that.
The final showdown.
Santa Claus here. Oh man. Look at that.
I put it away. You go first. It's your transporter. Yeah, that's true. So green has to go first.
They don't trust each other at all. Like if someone wins the $80, there's no obligation. They don't have to share. They're not real life friends or anything. Oh, are they gonna put it in the same transport? How does this work? How does the game actually treat this?
And
They're gonna commit
No.
suicide, Santicide. They're gonna commit Santicide.
okay, no. I think blue lost. Okay, you shouldn't delete the transporter now. Just build galleons. Build
They
50
deleted it.
galleons.
Who
No,
even
no,
won?
don't green. Green, build 50 galleons.
Who even
and
won?
Put the king at the side.
Nui, on my screen it's over. It said Bloody
No.
Neva. It said Bloody Neva was defeated last on the list though. Like, if the only thing I could see that was different was on the left side, it said Nighthawk was defeated, and then it said Bloody Neva was defeated. That's the only thing I saw that I could choose the winner on. But if you look at the bottom right, obviously they're both dead. I don't know what to...
did we just witness?
That's disappointing, but unique at the same time. Why
Green
would...
could have won.
Green and blue could have won, and they just killed everybody else. I think I have... Nighthawk died first. On the left side. That's the only thing...
You can see in the chat, maybe.
Yeah, Nighthawk died first. So, with that, as you can see in the top left, I have to give Bloody Neval the win, and Bloody Neval just won by chance, I guess. I have no clue what that was. You can't even...
So,
oh, so weird.
Shouldn't it be last man standing, not last man sinking, and then everyone's sinking?
Well, maybe Bloody Neval's Santa could hold his breath a little bit more. I really don't know.
Oh, but why didn't Green betray Blue there? Just build galleons and put the center at the side.
Bloody Neval said, "Christmas spirit, we split." Nice try, buddy. Nice try. It's not the way it works. You're his last man standing. But wow, how interesting was that? Look at the kills. Look at the units lost.
Oh god.
We were of course 40 minutes past the other game, so, and I need to use the restroom, so you can see the gold there as well. The trade profit, technology,
Trade
society
profits.
stats.
Enormous.
Just so many different things. Of course, if you want to review all of that yourselves, go to the VOD afterwards, go to the YouTube video. I'll be on YouTube. I don't even know what to title that one. Just Santicide. Anyway, a 4-hour long game. We started that at 10 a.m. my time. It is 12:42 p.m. right now. So, hey, if you're going to do a 12-hour stream, that's one heck of a game for it, because time just flies.
Yeah.
So,
Sweet.